picture down.
I
And
know.
we're live.
I'm depressed whenever I think about it.
And as always, we can never do a clean start. APD.
That's not
Sorry.
possible.
Was I supposed to?
No, it doesn't really matter. But
Okay, just
yeah, we are live with session 4 of Arkham PD: The Haunting. It has been 5 months
5.
since we did session 3.
Well, good thing I've got such a good memory.
And haven't lost your notes.
I did it on the
I
1st
haven't
of
actually lost my
February.
notes. Really? Wow, that was
Yeah,
a
I
while
know.
ago.
Time flies. But yeah, we're back now.
It didn't really fly. It was a very long time.
It was
felt
because
like quite a
exams
long
and
time as
everything,
well, but you know,
It's only because of exams.
yeah,
don't
we're
let
back
little
now.
things like flex stop you.
Yeah, but we're back now, and we're going to do this next session. Christian may appear at some point. He's had to pick his mum up because she is at hospital. So he may appear, he may not. Doesn't really matter. We will press on and survive.
You sure about that?
Yes. Now, so if we want to quickly reintroduce the characters we have, Dan.
Tancred Gillingus.
Who is?
Oh, the info specialist. I don't know. They don't seem to have a personality beyond being a bit stupid, so I wasn't really sure what to say.
Wait,
I
does
can,
that
I
mean
can
you
use the
have...
library pretty good. Other than
High-
that,
He's got high
high education,
education.
and my lowest stat is intelligence. So
Ah, okay.
He's well
a deliberate
educated,
choice,
but didn't do
actually.
much.
Everything else is pretty much average, except for my ability to have iPhone apps, which is 70.
I think that's a... Is that appraisal?
I have no idea. You said what it was earlier, and then I immediately forgot. So, or you possibly never even said what it was. I don't remember because I forgot.
Right.
I'll find out. Tom.
Aha, I am Jenkins Jenkinson, but people call me Jenk if they're my friend. And
I thought they
also,
called you
if they're not,
Jinx.
no, it's
let
just
it-
Jenk. It's Jenk.
Oh.
And if they're not my friend, they probably call me Jenk as well because they forget. And I am the assistant detective who is also quite stupid and very dexterous and strong, but also here to be reading Latin constantly.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
Yes, you're Detective Sergeant.
detective assistant, it says here.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly,
yeah.
we don't have uniforms. We're plainclothes.
No, you're both
because
plainclothes.
That was the
We're
plot point earlier
undercover.
when I tried to intimidate someone with a uniform and it did not work.
It turns out that
We didn't
believe
break
it or not,
into that place.
no. Turns out it's just appearance. We're being a bit.
Oh, of course.
So strength, constitution, size, dex,
Wait, it's
dexterity,
appearance.
appearance,
Yeah, appearance.
education,
Man, my second
intelligence.
highest stat is appearance. Tancred
It's my
is
second lowest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. It is you. So.
Education is my lowest.
Man,
and
the
intelligence
exact
second highest.
opposite of me.
Yeah, that's what we all
Yeah.
said.
But I didn't listen.
Christian plays John Smith, who is
Smithy.
John Smithy Smith, who's just a standard copper. I mean, it's American, so not a copper, but you know. Anyway, just does the rounds,
a
all that
Bobby.
kind of stuff.
The
Bobby.
Rozzers.
But he is also there, and that's the 3 characters. So last time, I think actually we're gonna have to do a full recap.
We dug up some graves.
So
Correct.
session.
Last time?
No, that wasn't. That was session 2.
Well, shows what I know.
So session 2. I mean session 1. You were asked in like extra spare time because it was a bit quiet by a local landlord whose name I have somewhere. To
Let me see if their name is on my handy notes.
But yeah, you asked by him to like go
probably
to a
never.
house because he believes it kind of to be like haunted and stuff, and he's trying to sell it. Mr. Knott, that's the guy.
Ah.
Yeah, he wanted you to investigate a house because there was a tragedy there. The Macario family. Yeah, they were people involved in a tragedy and weird stuff. And he wants everything to be sorted out. You guys went there, investigated a little bit. Had a look around the house. You did some research first on the house. Discovered it's called the Corbett House, and its previous owners had similarly strange fates. And its owner, Mr. Corbett, was quite a strange man involved in some strange people and some strange places.
Yeah.
You went to the house, and John got knocked out a window by a flying bed, and
Almost stabbed by a flying knife.
Yep, and got quite wounded. You then went down to the basement, and there was a floating knife which attacked you, and you guys all ran off.
Yeah.
No, we put it under something.
You put you put it under a bin lid and then ran off.
If I recall correctly, I put it under a bin lid.
You did, yeah.
Well done, Dan.
Yeah, well done, Dan. And then you left. A couple of weeks later, I believe you were.
Was that when we decided to go exhume some bodies?
No, there was.
We went to
You went to
the place, the church.
I think you went to you went to the Church of Contemplation.
Yeah.
Had a look around. Tom fell down a hole.
Oh yeah.
I think Jenkins fell down a hole.
It's
Discovered
called
some strange discovered some strange robes, and I think it figured out there was a fire. You figured out that there wasn't a fire at the church. There was actually a covered up police raid because there'd been beliefs that they had been kidnapping children.
Yeah. We found a book that was in Latin.
You found a
book
as well. That was in Latin, which you read, which was quite odd and difficult to understand, but also very creepy and weird.
Yeah.
You dug up some graves at some point. Had a strange hallucination.
Isn't that illegal? I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
It's fine. It's
fine.
I guess we can pretend we have a permit because we're the police.
Yeah.
You were also planning on breaking into.
Oh, that's a pistol.
The database, like the morgue. That's it. The morgue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was a thing.
We never did that.
No, you just got in.
We never did that because we decided to instead ask for them to let us in, and they said yes.
Yeah,
which would
yes.
probably be the
Place where most people would start, but we had already asked, and they said no, and then we asked again, and they said yes. So.
Exactly. But yes, so you dug up some graves. There was a couple who knew Mr. Corbett, his friends who had worked with him, and were with him when they saw the Dark Man. The Dark Man, yeah.
Dark Man.
Man of Dark.
Or the Dark One. Anyway,
Mr. Dark.
When he first met him, and then there was also one which was unnamed, which did have, I believe, the remains of children in it. But there was a weird moment where you convinced you saw your names on the gravestone for a moment, but then you were just imagining things.
Yeah.
And there was also one of the pastors.
Oh yeah.
I believe. Which had a strange.
Escaped from jail.
Had a strange.
I've got this written down actually somewhere. Who escaped from jail some years after this stone was put down.
Yes, exactly. And I believe his coffin was empty.
I think so, yes.
It was.
And the bodies of the couple, on their foreheads, they both had peculiar marks. I can't remember the shape. I should probably remember. But they're peculiar mark, like.
Oh, I know the shape. It was a triangle with an eye on a side, and then a little line going off of every end.
That was it. Yeah, that's the one. And they had that mark all like ingrained into the skull.
Where we feel tingling.
And you
which is
felt.
why I bought aspirin.
Which is why you bought aspirin. Yeah, exactly.
Did not work, sadly.
You went to visit the Macarios, I believe, at because the two parents went
at the asylum. Yeah.
The man was attacked, or the woman was, and the woman was quite happy to talk to you, and she was okay. And the man just kept on repeating Bible verse, I believe.
Yeah, I can't remember what the
I'm
verse was.
pointing. I'll just quickly find it. They're at the Roxbury Sanatorium. Yeah, he. Yeah, Vittorio was. Yeah, he was just quote. Well, no, he was pointing at a random place in the Bible, though it didn't actually. It wasn't what he was saying. He was just saying, by his own weapon is the devil worsted, and he just kept repeating that.
We also spied on that guy.
Yeah, we've not got there
outside
yet.
the church.
Because then you got a call the next couple of days later, I believe, from the. You also went to the council offices at some point and discovered some mysterious files about some money that went out, and Daniel Ellsworth not attending meetings and work experience. But there was a collapse at the sanatorium, covering, including even, I believe, Vittorio's cell. And you assumed sinkhole, even though they were very unlikely. But when you got there, it was a perfect circle. And yeah, eventually you spoke to some of the patients, and you got very peculiar, as to be expected from patients at an insane asylum, very peculiar accounts of what happened. And you got warnings and predictions and all kinds of stuff. You then descended the hole and discovered it led to a tunnel, which when you followed, brought you into a mysterious underground layer almost, where there was a man. Should have checked this more, which may have been Vittorio, but it may have been someone else who was lying dead on a table.
Yes, that was Vittorio, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah, and I believe one of you went over to him.
Yes.
And then he appeared not dead for a moment before going back to being dead. And he might have said something, but again, I've not checked this well enough, and I'm sorry, but that happened.
What happened? Sorry?
He spoke. He wasn't dead, or he seemed dead, and then he suddenly was alive, and he died again.
Oh, yes. No, I remember now. I remember. Sorry.
You then managed to. You found a peculiar door, which you can open. And then you found an exit, which led you up into, I believe, the garden behind the council offices. You then cordoned that off and went back to have a look. You then did the stakeout. I can't remember what led you to do this, but something. And you did a stakeout at hiding behind the graves at the church. There was first one hooded figure came past, stayed on the opposite side of the road and walked off. I believe John tailed him and discovered that he went into a house on the same street. The street being, I've got it here somewhere. Sorry, one moment. Come on, where is it? On. Well, the same road as the Corbett house. Come on, it's got to be here somewhere. I believe it was number 14 instead of whatever number that one was. And yeah, then another man came along, crossed over, and threw a box down into the kind of the place where Tom's cat Jenk had fallen a couple of days before. And then left. Someone then I can't remember who it was. I think it was Tancred. Followed after him.
I think it was me, yes.
Jenk descended to pick up the box. The man then spoke to Tancred, saying that he was Peter Ellsworth, Daniel Ellsworth's son, and that he had been a part of this this cult to the Dark Man as well, the Church of Contemplation, but he had had enough of it and was trying to kind of put it all behind him, even though he had a feeling he might not make it much further. He'd been having peculiar dreams, and he said to you, basically, be very careful and have a look what's in the box. Which Jenk got to after falling down, but he got there in the end, so it was all good, kind of. But yeah, and that was where we ended. Go to that.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what happened.
So where are we now?
So now you're back in your offices. You two are. What's his face? John is out on walking the beat, as it were. As it is. So he's busy, but you two are in the office, just working through some other information. When your boss, Mr. Portman, Detective Inspector Portman, comes in, it says, "Okay, morning, fellas. I've got a couple of pieces of stuff for you here." That was awful, but you know what I mean.
My speciality, pieces of stuff.
Pieces of stuff. He's got a couple of like information files in his hands from the records, which he drops on the table. I'm off now. There's been a body found in the river, unidentifiable. Quite strange. I'm going to have a look at that now. There's a note here from Mr. Knott. Not sure what it's about, but I thought you should probably have a look at that. Yeah, I'll see you two later. I'm just going to head off down to the river now.
Have fun.
But yeah, yeah, he heads off, and the note that is there is from Mr. Knott, inquiring as to how your investigations are going, because he needs it to be sorted soon, because it's been like a month at this point.
Provided the money keeps flowing, it's going fantastic.
Yeah, we've been.
You haven't been paid
so
at all
much
yet.
work. Oh.
No, we have been paid.
That you were paid £25 in advance, and you were paid
He provided
once you had said it
expenses.
was.
He
I think
provided
we can-
expenses for me to purchase some equipment, including a Swiss Army knife,
That
a
was
set of
that was the
lockpicks.
£25.
Well, either way, we spent it on a hammer,
I think
I
we're gonna
know.
need
I
like
remember.
£50, just you know what I'm saying.
which is probably the reason behind in my treasured possessions list. I've got a flashlight and nothing else, but you know.
Probably.
Rope. Is there anything else we need? Or did I lift those from the police station? I can't remember.
I think you did.
Some of them we did, yeah.
Do you still need that crowbar? Yes, definitely need it, sir. Yeah. So I suppose we should probably go to the house.
Yeah.
Yes, it is time
To be honest,
to go back
is like
to that awful place.
Chris's character, Mr. Smith or whatever, like popping up as the plot demands, or is he going to be physically here with us taking hits?
He if you web it and he comes back and you say that what you're doing, and he'll come along with you.
Okay, so good. So like,
I have his character sheet, so we could that's fine.
good.
I can't for the life of me find the flipping street name. It's really annoying me. But yeah, so you wait a little bit until John comes back, get your stuff, and then you head off as well, informing them where you're going. Just, off to the place. Yeah. On your way, Tancred, you notice that the kind of there's a police presence on the opposite side of the road where you were when you had your talk with Peter.
Oh.
Oh yes.
And that seems to be the section of the river
I was going to say, wouldn't
Where
have
the
to be a river
body-
there, would there?
where the body was found.
What if it's actually a plot twist and it's a completely unrelated murder?
Well, you
It
don't know.
Could be.
It could be. Might not be.
Well, there probably aren't people looking into that murder, so.
We've got enough.
You've
Or
got enough
it
in your
might
hands at
not
the
be.
moment, exactly.
Might not be murder. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. So. It says you've given the address along with everything else. So where's the address? I can't. I'm sure it says somewhere. And I'm just missing it.
It
But
definitely is because you told me and I've
'Cause
got it
I've
on my
just
other
told-
sheet of notes, but not this sheet of notes.
not the sheet of notes that you have in front of you, though. But yeah, we will. It's somewhere. Is it? Here?
Well, let's. It doesn't matter too much.
I know it doesn't. But yeah, so you guys get there. You've still got the keys to the house. It doesn't look like it's been entered since you left it last time. What do you want to do?
What do we want to do?
So, okay, we know that is off
Well, it's
limits.
outside now.
It's outside
Oh,
now.
no, it's not actually. It's against the window.
It's against the window, so it's slightly risky to go to. We know the basement's risky, although we did.
Well, that's where the door is, though, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's not that risky because we left the knife underneath something.
Yes, but there could be other.
That could be a second
occurrences.
knife.
There could be more knives. But you've got a Swiss Army knife, so we can defend ourselves against flying knives.
I mean, I also have a gun, but if I recall correctly,
That didn't work too
there
well
was a
last
reason we didn't
time.
use that.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah,
I've got a
two
crowbar.
guns.
I've got a crowbar, a shovel, a hammer. Like, we're set. We can do dueling if we need to with my crowbar. It's fine.
Called on Skype. I'll just ignore that. What? And I don't want to spoil this game.
So I would imagine we should probably go to the basement. If you have any complaints, though, I'm willing to listen, Tom.
No, I guess that's okay. I'm
John agrees
not
that
the
this should
smart
be
one
done.
here. All right.
So
We're heading
you
in
see once
cautiously.
again. Yeah,
I'll go in first because I'm just an assistant.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not. I'm a researcher. Oh, I'm an info specialist. You're the. Oh, I guess Chris can go first.
John isn't going first after what's happened.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, that's
I mean,
fine.
I think he
He's
got knocked out the window and stabbed.
PTSD.
So
It took so long for him to recover.
What's your constitution, Tom?
60.
Oh well, I'm the same as you.
well, let's not go meta on it.
That's fine.
All right,
But
sorry.
I'm like physically pretty buff.
Yeah, you're the dumb muscle who knows Latin, so you can go first.
And
Okay,
also
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Julius.
He goes first.
I'm going first, like I said.
I mean, you said it doesn't
With-
matter,
with
but
my
last time we
gun.
were there, we got stabbed, so I think it does.
With my,
No,
my
but as in
gun
working
ready.
through it from a characteristic point of perspective doesn't matter.
My gun is at the ready.
Okay.
No, my guns at the ready as well, in case I need
Flashlight
knives.
as well. I should have gaffer taped my flashlight to my gun. I don't know.
Sadly,
how to
if
invent it yet.
you
Sadly,
both,
gaffer tape is one of the few things I do not have.
if you both make me a spot hidden roll,
Spot hidden roll. Oh, that's the one that tends to be sometimes good and sometimes terrible.
That's 1 to 100, right?
Oh,
I've lost my dice rolling website. Where did it go?
oh, it's okay. It's
Here we
not.
go. Generate 1 between 0 and 100. Get a number. 1.
Don't worry, I didn't
Nice.
get a crit fail.
Crit fail. Random looking for something.
No.
One's the best.
Forgotten how the thing
Oh,
works,
right.
Dan.
Oh, haven't I?
One's the best. I got 95.
Oh, so we got. For you, is that a fail?
Extreme success. It's not a crit fail, no, because my
Okay.
spot hidden 60.
What would a crit
Okay,
fail
right.
be? Like you look so badly, you go blind. Like
No.
Yeah.
So
You're just not paying attention.
in other situations, they can be very bad. This one's not
less
really
so.
too bad, but
Well, I got a 1.
yep. So you got an extreme success.
Nice.
Christian, John got a success. Tom got a fail. Jen got a fail. So what you notice immediately is that the bin lid has moved. It is still that way up though. It doesn't look like it's been tipped, but it's like moved around. And as you get closer, it
Let's pick
seems
it up
like
and look underneath.
it seems like it's still moving slowly.
Okay. That's a bit much. Fair enough.
Hmm.
What do you want to do?
So I'm guessing I haven't seen this at all.
No,
going
unless
to
someone
say-
points it out.
Hey, that bin lid is wiggling a bit. Probably the knife. That's
the
a bit
bin-
creepy.
The bin lid we put on the knife last time.
Yes. No, an entirely separate and distinct bin lid.
I'm not smart.
You're not stupid.
Neither am I. I'm just educated.
I guess that's true. Okay, well,
So I'm going to say we should probably take a wide berth around that and not go near.
can we put some more weights on it? Is there any weight that we can put on the bin lid?
Oh, we should have brought gaffer tape. That would have been useful again.
Gaffer tape. See, gaffer tape works in every situation.
Why didn't I think of
Has
it?
it been invented?
I mean, we had to look up Swiss Army knives.
Don't worry.
Anyway, so, well, you can put some more weight on it. I'm going to take a wide berth and step around it, methinks.
All right, that's fine. I'll take the.
Okay.
It was developed during World War II, so it's not been invented.
Damn it! What about duct tape?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
back on topic. So, do we need to make a roll for this?
No,
Ollie?
not to step around a
I'm
bin
gonna
lid.
put-
No, you
I'm
don't.
just putting stuff on it.
I'm putting like
I'll
bones and whatever's there.
You put weight on
Okay.
it so badly, it stabs you.
You can't find too much in there. There's a couple of like old like kind of breeze block things, but there's not a whole lot. And like you try and put them on there, but it's hard for them to like balance. But you do your best so that it is weighed down more, and it doesn't seem to be moving as much if at all now. So yeah.
Cool. Good. We're safe from that, probably, maybe. So let's have a look round. Are there any other doors? Looks suspicious. Like
Make me another spot hidden
more
roll.
floating knives. Oh, that's a bit less
roll.
bad.
Right.
A regular success for me.
Again. 94. Too distracted by the original knife, clearly.
Yeah. Whereas I'm safe in the top of the knife is okay. We're going to be okay on that front. Oh, my overlay is gone.
So you notice
Oh, it's broken.
yeah, you notice that there's actually some which you didn't notice before. It might be a bit lighter maybe, as it's earlier in the day compared to last time. You notice that there's some boards on the floor which look a bit hard to say, a little bit newer maybe than
Okay.
the rest, which is saying something because it all looks very old, but they're slightly
Okay.
not as tarnished.
Okay, so there's new boards on the floor. Do they look
Not
loose?
new, but newer.
Newer. Do they look like they could be loose or
You
taken
you,
off?
you can't tell just from
Right.
looking at them.
So let's do some investigation on these things. What skill would that be?
Wait,
Breaking
so
wood.
have you told me they're there?
Oh. Hey, Tank. That's your name. I forgot for a second. Tank. You're Tank for short now.
God damn it. Okay, fine.
Have a look over here. There's a. This looks a little newer than everything else. It's sort of out of place.
Oh yes, handy thing that I have a crowbar among my current gear and possessions.
Ah, clever.
What role will I need to do for this? To crowbar the boards. Archaeology, please.
just
Archaeology.
make me a strength roll, a straight strength roll.
Archaeology or library use would be perfect. But...
Strength.
Again, 78. This doesn't look good.
Ah,
What would I need to succeed?
what's your strength?
My strength is 50.
Oh, then you failed.
Damn it.
So that's fine. You
I can take the crowbar off him if.
yeah, sure.
Clearly, I'm too weak. You should have a go.
Hand me that crowbar, weakling. I'll
On
show you
the
how it's
condition
done.
that you return it when it is finished, yes.
Ha! Success.
Oh, nice.
Just standard success.
Standard, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you managed to wrench these boards. It's 3 of them. Up from the floor. And
I thought we were just hitting them.
No, we're crowbarring it, Tom. Do you not know how a crowbar works?
I know how a crowbar works.
Okay.
With it.
but yeah. So you lift it up and yeah. There is indeed what appears to be a space underneath
Ooh.
the boards.
Ha! Now, last time we encountered a hole. I fell in.
Yeah,
It's
but you-
not that deep. If anything, it looks like a crawl space.
Okay.
Well,
I've got a
gun
flashlight.
you've got a flashlight. You've got a flashlight.
Let's-
You've got a gun. Although that's an enclosed space, that might not be useful.
Might not be, but I'm going to shine the flashlight inside to have a look.
Yeah, I too will look over his shoulder.
It
Keep
is
an eye
indeed
out on our behinds and the knife and stuff.
All right, yeah, no, I'm
Um,
looking at the knife. Actually, that's a much
John.
better idea.
John. It's fine. John's got the knife.
Okay,
covered.
John's got that.
Okay.
But yeah, it is indeed. It's quite small, quite narrow, but it is definitely a crawl space which goes to your left past the wall that is there.
Okay.
So it goes beyond the wall.
Well, you have more experience with holes than me.
All right,
So-
all right.
I can lend you my crowbar or shovel or hammer or something if you want a fighty thing.
I'll go for it when I need it. Don't worry.
You can have an
I've
aspirin.
got my.
Oh, actually, I've just got a regular knife. I just noticed. You can borrow that if you want.
Is an M1911 that's a pistol?
Yeah, that's a pistol. I checked
Okay,
earlier.
I've got that. Don't worry.
I'm just thinking that firing a pistol in an enclosed space is probably not a good idea.
It's better than a shotgun.
It's true, but it's also worse than a knife, which I'm offering
All
you.
right. Okay, I'll gladly take the knife.
Give it back after you're done, though.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Your knife is safe with me.
Okay, that's good.
Right, let's go in. I don't know anything to strap the knife on. Well, that's fine. I'll just carry the torch and the gun. Knife. That's it.
All right.
Don't worry.
Well,
It's like a torch bayonet.
when you want me to follow, cool. Back.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah,
Going in alone.
you shine the light on and immediately see a pack of rats.
Rats are
I'm
fine.
glad I gave you the knife.
Rats are okay, right? They're fine.
What are you going to do?
I'm not. I'll be a little wary, but I mean, it's just rats.
You're not gonna get past them,
Oh,
and they're quite shaken by a sudden light being shone at them.
sorry, rats. Okay. So how many? Are there lots of rats? Big lots of rats.
Quite a few rats.
Quite a few rats. How do I deal with rats? I can't just shoot them because they're small, and stabbing them just seems odd.
To be fair, you could do both.
I could do both. I'm not exactly going to punch them.
Ultimately, you could crawl out and we could both shoot our guns down the hole.
Yeah, I'm going to crawl out. Oh, chaps, there's a lot of rats down there, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get past.
Doesn't Jack have a shotgun?
Jack?
Not Jack. John.
John,
John.
I have a shotgun as well.
You have a shotgun?
No, John doesn't have a shotgun.
Who has? Well, if you have a shotgun, let's just fire that down the hole, I guess.
Okay. Oh, it's either going to scare them or kill a few, which is fine. So I guess that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and if any come at us, well, you've got the knife, I've got a crowbar in one hand and a gun in the other. Like, and we're standing up, so we're probably going to be all right.
I'm going to shoot a shotgun parallel to the tunnel.
Okay. You do so. Mark off ammunition.
Yes.
And you suddenly hear the squeaking sound of the rats, and you hear them. You can hear them. Just lots of tiny footsteps just charging towards you. And they start streaming like little black things just across the floor and up towards the.
Oh no, not the knife.
Up towards the door, knocking against the bin in the process.
No.
And knocking the blocks off.
No.
They've not knocked the bin yet, but they've knocked the blocks off.
Quick, John, jump on that bin. Or maybe he might be a little bit PTSD, but do it.
Okay, that's
the bin.
That's a 3. So
I'm an idiot.
Okay. He's very successful.
John suddenly gets like Vietnam flashbacks.
Opens fire on the bin lid.
okay, so
You can never use a bed again now.
some of the rats as they charge past do try and bite at you, Tom. And one of them got a 3.
Oh, Jesus. It's the best rat there ever was.
So that was a critical, but then it rolled a 1. So you take 3 damage from that.
God.
I guess I don't roll dodge for that or anything.
Roll me dodge.
Alright. 88, no. Okay. So, yeah.
You'd have
3
had to
damage.
you'd have had to be an extreme success as well. So,
God, I've only got 11 hit points. Like, that's a lot for a rat.
not just a rat.
8 hit points. I don't know. I can't remember entirely how hit points works in this.
Me neither.
Minor wound, I guess.
Yes, I think that's a minor wound, which is fine. Well, it's not, but it's kind of fine.
It means I'm not dying or unconscious.
No, exactly. I think it's 5 hit points or more as a major wound. But yeah, no, you're fine. So, well, you're not fine, but you're okay.
I'm reasonable.
You're
That's
okay,
fine.
yeah. But these rats just flood out, and the bin lid hasn't been knocked off.
How's John feeling about this?
Yeah.
I'm a little.
He's
sorry.
he's staying back, but he's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. What are you gonna do
phew.
now?
Well, are the
Recovered
rats still
mentally.
like swarming around us, or have they sort of
No,
moved
they've
on?
kind of legged it up the.
Okay.
And are there still any in the cavern hole?
You shine light
Tunnel.
down. You can't see any.
Well, before you do, I am going to try and do first aid, which I have a little tick next to on Tom.
Ah,
Jenk,
Jenk,
I almost called you Kent.
Okay.
Kent.
Roll me a first aid check then.
That's a D100, I would assume.
Everything's a D100 except
Again, 63.
I'm not sure.
Well, I've got a little tick, and then it says 30%. Oh no, it says 50. Okay, so yeah, no.
Oh,
Damn it. Close. Close.
You try, but
I stop the bleeding, but don't actually help much.
Mhm.
Here, have a plaster.
and then you miss it, and it goes onto my foot instead of the ankle. And it's like, well, thanks.
I put a plaster on your face. You're welcome.
yeah. But yeah, the tunnel is now clear.
Right, let's go back down there. Don't worry, I'll go first.
Fair enough.
I
Okay.
can handle it.
Oh yeah, no, I'll stay. I won't go in until you call for me to go in, so that way, if you need to back out again pretty sharpish, you actually can.
All right. Do we have like a rope or anything?
Yes, we do. I have a rope, in fact.
Cool.
Who
Oh yeah, no.
I'll have that.
You like if I have one end and you have the other end, you can just tug it, so that way
Exactly.
we don't you don't have to risk me not hearing. This is
Yeah.
perfect. All right, let's do this.
Good idea.
We're prepared.
Can't gaffer tape it because that's not been invented.
It's not been invented. Damn gaffer tape invented.
Damn. Okay, yeah, let's go down that hole, but with the rope.
Okay.
Like,
So
be quiet so far.
yeah, you crawl through the tunnel. And as you go, you do notice that on the side of this crawl space, as you're crawling along, there is the words "Chapel of Contemplation" in irregular, scratchy letters scrawled across the side of this crawl space.
Okay.
But yeah, you crawl on, and you suddenly start to get this quite sharp, sweet, churning scent, like kind of like rotten corn. It starts to fill your nose, and then you get to the other side of the place.
It's not really that descriptive.
Of the crawl space.
There we go.
You can. It's dark. It's not dark, but it's
Not dark because I've got a flashlight.
yeah. Exactly. But it is. There's no light in this section. But you can see above you that there's now an open space.
Okay. How far away am I from tank?
You've gone around 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, I'm just gonna say that it opens up around here. So if you want to come down, and
Aye.
then you can.
I'ma come on over then. John can stay with the knife under the bin.
Actually, hold on one sec. I'm just going to have a little look around this big room.
Okay,
And,
fair enough.
just to check to see whether it's actually safe.
Holding on. What we're
Holding on.
We're
Hold
gonna
on.
go in and there's gonna be a bed and a knife, and it's like,
Halt.
oh no, not again.
It's a bed-shaped knife.
Oh god, that's the
no.
worst.
Or knife-shaped
A
bed.
knife-shaped bed.
Or a bed-shaped knife, alternately.
shaped bed.
Let's keep going.
Yes. No, we're not going to lose topic. Good luck.
What's in this room? What can I see in this room with
So
my flashlight?
you can't see much from where you are. You'd have to get out to be able to
Okay, I'll do
actually
that.
see.
I'll stand up.
Okay, so you do so.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. It's fine.
This is fine. You notice that there is yeah, there's a table in a corner with some papers on it. You cannot make out what's on the papers from this distance, but you can see that in the corner. However, lying motionless on and seemingly dead on a pallet in the center of the room, you can see a drawn, wooden-looking, wizened figure of some 6 feet, skinny and naked man with a ghastly, wide, flaring, sauce-like eyes and a nose like a knife blade.
That's not Antonio, is it?
Vittorio, no, it is not.
Vittorio.
There's some sort of chain resting around his neck, and he's lost all of his hair, and
It's
his
the
shrunken
town mayor.
gums make his teeth look very long.
Mr. Mayor, are you okay? All right. There's nothing down here. Oh, I'm shouting to Tank. There's nothing down here other than a dead body. So.
Oh, let's have a look. I'll be right over.
Seems pretty safe, although be wary because we don't actually. You can't expect anything from this place.
Clearly.
From what we've seen so far.
Well, I'm gonna climb through.
Do you want to make me an
ready all the
intelligence check,
time.
Tom?
A what?
Do you want to make me an intelligence check?
Uh-oh.
Fail. 91.
Don't worry then.
There was actually mines in the tunnel.
No.
So I'm gonna climb through the tunnel and go to the other side then.
Yep, you do so. You've no problem with it. You also notice the writing on the side, and you get up and also
What does
see
the
the
writing
figure.
say, sorry?
Just says Church of Contemplation.
Oh, right, sorry.
Chapel of Contemplation. Even.
Chapel. Different.
Would you also like to make me an intelligence roll?
I will happily do so. That's not the website where I do this. Where is it? There we go. Again, 76. My
Okay.
intelligence is 20.
Well, yeah.
Well, 40, but 20 would be a thing. I don't know.
So it's 40. It's 40.
Fail, basically.
Okay. Right. So what are you guys going to do now?
Right. So let's have a closer look at these papers.
Oh yeah, the
Wait,
papers
is
are
John
probably a
coming?
good way.
No, John is staying with the
No,
knife.
I already said John should probably stay there and look after the
Okay.
knife.
All right, John,
Keep
you
it-
be alone with the creature that's.
Let's just leave you alone in the room with the knife.
All you can make out, they're very old, and the papers are all kind of cold. All you can make out is it seems like maybe some kind of horoscope.
Horoscope. Aha. I'm a Libra.
That's great.
Not
Let's read
me.
the horoscope then. I would imagine would be a good idea.
Daily Mail.
You go to touch the paper and it just crumbles to dust.
Just crumbles. Okay, don't touch the paper. Let's read it.
Let's
Or
read
at
it
least
from a
attempt.
distance.
Well, I
See
mean,
if we can make out any words.
he's crumbled one of them now, but there's one other.
Damn it.
It's very old. Like the ink's faded. Some letters are like impossible to read, and you can't really make out much of it.
Is
Like
it
all you
Latin?
no, it's not Latin. It's English. All you can tell is that it is from the
It's American.
Yes, it's from the Arkham Globe.
Oh,
Arkham-
the newspaper that we tried to break into.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't need to do any Cthulhu Mythos rolls.
No, it is literally a horoscope, it seems.
Is there anything underneath these papers? Or is
No.
that it?
Just
Under the table?
Nope.
Right. I guess it's a lost cause, these papers here. Are there any doors in this room?
Nope.
I suppose we should probably have a look at the body.
Yeah. Oh, I was dreading this moment.
Well, I'm have my gun out as I'm
Did
having a
we-
look-see.
Did we have any descriptions of Mr. Corbett? Were they just from the written
You would
accounts that we've
assume.
read?
You would assume that this is Mr. Corbett.
Just had to make sure. Don't.
Wait, Ollie, are you saying it's not Mr. Corbett or that it is Mr.
No,
Corbett?
that's what I was getting you to roll intelligence things for.
Ah.
Oh!
Because I was like,
Ah.
wait,
You
the-
see, I
the-
didn't even
wait,
make
the
that link in my
connection.
mind because I'm an idiot.
I see. I sort of, me as a person, got that it was Mr. Corbett, but me as a character doesn't know that.
See, I myself did not make that link. I am a bit stupid.
It's fine. Yeah.
Anyway, let's have a look at the body. And
All right.
So yeah, it's
Hmm.
he looks dead, but given how long ago,
Dead.
pretty like not. Oh, he's not in good condition, but he's not completely deteriorated,
Well,
which
that's,
is kind of surprising given that there are literally rats in the crawl space right outside.
that is true. That is a strange thing.
interesting.
Can our characters not make the leap based on the fact that we have been told many times that he was buried in his house and that this is an old corpse, gather and put the two things together, having failed the role, or
No, you figured out now. But
Okay.
so
So,
like, what if this guy was the guy who was
wait
buried
just
here?
1 second. What if this corpse is the corpse of the corpse that was allegedly put here? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
okay, so
Yeah.
It seems to be
This-
Cobbett. This seems like something that shouldn't be legal.
maybe
Frankly.
should we take this back to the police station, or should we leave it here?
Well, we should
Your
probably-
choice, Mr. Detective Info.
I am the information specialist.
I mean, it's your choice, Tom.
No, I am
Uh,
but an assistant.
You're
well,
the
whoa, 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 whoa,
detective-
there was
you're the
the
detective
police
sergeant.
investigation on the other side of this road, wasn't there?
No, it was
There was.
a little while back, but
Okay.
It wasn't.
All I was thinking is that we could, like, two of us could stay here and the third one could go
Okay.
and like, notify those people that, yeah, we found a corpse. So, like, that's
Get
a
John
thing.
to do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
A guinea pig.
do you both want to make me another spot hidden roll?
All right.
Do-do-do-do-do.
43. That's a standard.
1.
Nice.
Apparently, as far as spot hidden goes, my luck is just soaring.
Okay, so Tancred notices
Not
this
always a good
first,
thing.
but Jenk catches on pretty quickly. The corpse is looking at you.
Well, like, it turned to look at us.
Its eyes are now looking towards you.
All right. Let's move.
So,
away from
friend.
those eyes.
The corpse is looking at us. This is new.
Your flashlight turns off.
Can I
Oh.
turn on my flashlight?
I seem to have run out of batteries.
You turn it on, nothing happens.
It's the battery. It's
Do I have any
unfortunate.
matches, or is that the one thing I did not get?
I don't know.
All I have is the flashlight and literally nothing else.
You hear what sounds like somebody getting up.
I fire my gun.
John?
You are well aware that it is not John.
John!
I fire my gun, like I said.
Yes. Roll me
What's
a
the situation?
gun using.
gun? A firearms?
roll me a firearms roll. Firearms pistol.
Cool. Firearms.
Handgun,
pistol.
or it'll be on the weapons thing.
I was just going to check how many bullets are in a clip, because I was going to fire all of them.
Probably 7.
It's 7 for the 1911.
Yeah.
Well, you know more than me. Fine, 7. Then I fire all 7 bullets. Just stating that preemptively, in case like I roll a 100 and they all hit Tom.
Okay.
I rolled. Oh God.
100?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Well, that was a joke, but that's happened. Okay. Well, I rolled in 100.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I managed to shoot myself, John, and Tom all in the head.
Bloody hell. Okay.
Right. Well, I fired all 7 bullets in. I mean, in retrospect, it was pitch black, so like I probably shouldn't have done that. But hey ho, I rolled 100. 7
done
bullets have been
now.
fired. What's done is done. I'm a man of my word. I'll take it as it comes.
Okay. Yes. So, right. Roll me the damage.
All right. So what would that be?
It's 1d8 plus your damage bonus.
My damage bonus. Where might I
I
find
thought
that?
damage bonus
in
was only for
combat.
unarmed.
Combat.
Apparently not.
That's my credit rating, which is not what I'm looking for.
It's next to
Go down
weapons.
to
It
Combat.
is indeed. It is
It's probably
damage.
1d4.
Damage bonus.
1d8 plus damage bonus. Well, that doesn't help.
Combat's
No,
next
go
to
to
that.
the right.
Range attacks. Hello.
To the right.
That is to the right.
To the right of mouth.
Malfunction.
None. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so just 1d8.
So just roll 1d8.
1d8.
I can't remember
Go
how
back.
it's working this.
So roll a number between.
Hold on, it might say at the bottom.
8.
Yeah.
No. Oh. Generate 1 random integer. There we go. That makes sense. Get numbers. I rolled a 1.
Okay, that's
That's not too
too
bad.
lucky.
Oh my god.
Okay, right.
So
I'm
who
just
did it
gonna
hit?
find. It hit Jenk.
Okay.
It hit Jenk. But,
Clearly it was a mercy kill. I was like, oh no, it's all
Did
going
you-
wrong. Gotta
Trusted
quickly.
you, Tank.
I mean, the thing is, you fire. Okay. Actually, so I've completely
Don't hit
forgotten
me.
I've forgotten how bonus.
Do I have to times that
How
one by
do
7 to
bonus
account for
die
every bullet?
work? No. Wait. You roll for each bullet you fire.
Okay.
If you're firing at point blank range, which you are, you gain 1 bonus die on the skill roll. And if you're firing 2 or 3 shots from a handgun in 1 round, which is what you're doing because you can't fire 7 in a round, that's not long enough.
Okay, well, I
Apply
fire as
1
many.
penalty die to each shot. Tom, do you have any idea how this works?
Yes. I remember how it works.
How does
Okay,
it
Dan.
work? Because I've completely forgotten.
So, for the first one,
Yes.
then roll another dice. That's your bonus dice, which is like an
Oh, do you
advantage
just take the
in D&D.
higher one? Yeah, okay, it is. That's
Yeah.
Oh, what? So roll between another 100.
Yeah, just to roll another 100.
Alright, roll between. Give me a second, because I actually got to input the values and stuff.
Oh yeah, because you did like tons and tons of just shooting when we were playing the
Oh, yeah,
My other
the
random
light
number
bulb.
was 98.
98. Okay. What's your firearms?
My firearms is not there. Where is it? Where might it
firearms
be?
handgun.
And skills?
20%, 40, 40.
So it's regular 40.
Well, it says 40, and then there's above that a 20, and beneath that an 8. I don't know what that's.
It's
Okay,
a
so
40.
that is a fumble then.
That is still a
Which
fumble.
means you do hit me, I think.
Yep. Yes. Okay, now roll. Okay, so if the first one's fine with the bonus, then that means the second one's got. So now roll another
Another
D-
one without an advantage.
without the
No
advantage,
disadvantage, so
but
just-
without the disadvantage
just
because they just
flat.
cancel. It's just flat.
So roll 2 more D8s.
No,
was
just
it?
one more
One
100.
1 more 100. Okay.
Yes, because you fired 3 shots.
Oh yes. Oh, sorry, Tom.
It's okay,
Again,
as long as you
numbers.
don't fail this one.
7.
Nice.
Okay, so that's an extreme success.
Nice.
And now roll me 2 more D100s and tell me the highest one.
2 more D100s.
Yeah.
$11.
And
He said tell you the highest.
What's the lowest?
oh, okay.
The like 80.
What?
You said roll a D100.
Roll 2 D100s until in the highest.
Oh, 80.
There we go.
Right,
So that's
sorry.
a fail.
Okay, so that's a fail, but not a fumble. So the first one is a crit on.
I think it was 80. I didn't really bother reading it because it wasn't 11.
That's fine.
Okay,
Probably higher.
because the first one's a crit on Jank, the second one's a crit on Corbett, and then the third one misses. There should probably have been more negative dice because
It's not a crit. It's just an extreme.
well, extreme, but oh, that means yeah, because they've just put it's dodging. I'm forgetting how things work. Okay, yeah, so no, that right. So Tom, you need to try and make me a dodge roll.
Don't know how you
and
dodge a bullet, but
You
okay.
need to get a hard success.
By me shouting, I'm firing my gun, and you probably
I
dive
got a
into the
hard
ground.
success.
Okay,
24,
so
and my hardest 30.
nice. Okay, so yeah, you do well. It was only once, but yeah, you take one damage from the gun, which
Okay.
is realistically not that bad.
Glancing blow.
Yeah, and can you roll me another d8 now, please, Dan?
Certainly.
Try and roll a bit high on this. I know you've got no.
How many do you want me to roll? Because I can roll multiple dice at once.
Just another one.
Just another one. Get a
This is
number.
the one which is aiming at
4.
Corbett. Okay, that's better.
Just
If he
shoot a dead
dodges
body, but
62, that is not going to beat an extreme success. So
it's not exactly
that
great for the police. They're like, okay, so how did he die? Not by me shooting him.
How did he die? Well, I thought a corpse stood up in a dark room, so I fired my gun off at
I
random.
do now need you both to make me a sanity roll.
Alright, so that's a D100, I assume.
Everything is a D100, Dan.
Not
And
firing.
that was a fail.
Oh boy.
I get number 100.
And that's why you want to. Yeah.
I got 73.
73 and oh, guys.
My sanity
Okay,
is 41.
so. Bloody hell. Okay, so.
Still going so well.
Sanity rolls.
John doing?
Sanity rolls.
He's like heard 3 shots are going off, and he's just like sitting on this bin lid.
He's sitting on a bin lid, and then he's like, so what are you guys
Yeah.
doing? He's like, oh, we're firing a shotgun at rats. Then we go through, and it's just
And
3
here's-
gunshots and screaming.
No, it's
like,
John.
okay.
John! Ow, you.
I mean, I asked him what his status was, and I haven't heard anything back. So I think he's dead.
He's currently in the midst of night flashbacks and bed
Okay.
flashbacks. So.
Okay, so you both lose 2 sanity.
Only 2?
Which on a d8 is. Ah, wait.
But Dan critted.
What
crit
happens
failed.
if you fumble a sanity roll?
I mean, I thought I did worse than
Something
fumble.
happens if you fumble a sanity roll.
Immediately
It's
set
on
it
a
to 1.
39 sanity. Which is really bad.
Does your sanity go back up ever? I can't remember.
No, I don't think so.
I think it does over time. But oh well, we'll sort that at the end. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna quickly try and find sanity rolls. Game system bonus and penalty dice, skills and difficult levels. Each penalty dice san for sanity. Okay, so one is 10 number slash master. Can do zero say score. Number before, so how much? Yes, okay. If one was so you won't suffer major emotional trauma because you didn't lose more than 5 at once.
Okay.
So when you fail oh yes, when you fail a sanity roll, the keeper gets to momentarily control your next action.
The keeper, is
That's-
that you?
as the fear takes hold of you, perhaps.
Am I going to be like recruits in XCOM and just immediately try and murder Tom?
I mean, not as stupidly, but potentially.
Am I going to throw a smoke grenade at my enemies because Jesus Christ, recruits are the worst things?
Oh yeah. Okay. So right, let me just check. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Moving on. So I'm just trying to find. I can't find what happens when you fumble, which is
Well, let's just not find out then, eh?
So we yeah, we I guess won't, because that's me being unprepared and stuff. So that's my fault. So you both lose 2 sanity.
Well, should I lose like 3 or
Another
something?
two.
I'm gonna no the 2 that you lost.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm just gonna double it and say you lost 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I will check up how fumbling works because I'm just being. I should have
For next
done
time,
more
I
checking,
suppose.
but I forgot. So yeah, for next time, that's one was a 100 on a sanity check.
Oh, this is good.
Make me an intelligence check, Dan. I think I
Certainly.
remembered. Make me an intelligence check.
I mean, an intelligence check probably would have led me to not firing my gun like this. 12.
Oh, you wanted to fail.
Oh no.
Okay. I think that's what happens if I can remember correctly, Tom. If you fumble, because I think someone did on the game that we did, Deadlight.
It would make sense.
I think
Ignorance is
if you
bliss.
fumble, exactly. Either make an intelligence check to see if you figure out the situation you're in a sense, and if you do, then you may go temporarily insane.
Yes, because I did this last time.
Yes.
I imagine. I think.
And
Yeah, because I always crit fail everything.
but then you didn't. You failed the intelligence check as well, so you were okay.
So I succeeded.
For all his stupidity, Dan figured it out, so you know that's great. So okay, those who fail the roll make. Okay, cool. Okay, no, actually, it's all good. It's only if you lose 5 or more sanity points. You only lost 4
You lost 4.
from the way we're doing it, so you're okay. I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm doing that wrong, but we'll just leave it like that because that's mine. That's my fault. So, Dan.
Yes.
So you did 4 damage to Corbin. Okay, so yeah, you fire off your gun another 3 times.
Why do I have to roll for that?
Yeah, so I'll need you to actually no, I will roll for that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Wait. It's all good. It's all fine.
You can roll my dice that you've currently got.
Oh, I can actually. I'll go get them.
It's oddly fitting.
Let me get my the ones you gave me. X out
Yeah,
for like sanity because they look pretty cool.
they are. So you're at point blank, so you have 1 bonus, but we're gonna start because you're in pitch black. With 1 unbonus. I can't remember what they're called. So
Unbonus, unadvantage.
Penalty.
penalty. That's the one.
Unadvantage.
So we're just rolling. First one.
Advantage.
And what's your firearm score? Is it 40?
What's that? Sorry.
Is your firearm score 40?
Yes, with handgun.
Okay, so
Yes.
57 is a miss. That's a 17 and a 27, so the second one's a hit.
Yeah, boys.
And that's a 52 and a 9, which unfortunately is a 52, which is also a miss. So one of them hit, and that does mean hit Corbett. So that's good.
Yay.
For another 4 damage. Oh, I will get him to we'll get him to try and avoid it, but He's got to beat hard. He gets 89. So no, he does not. So yeah, you're just kind of like squeezing the trigger, kind of screaming your head off.
Yeah, boys.
You hear well, you're not really paying attention, but you hear, or maybe no, he wouldn't hear either because he's also screaming. But two of the shots thud into the woodwork, but you hear you can one of them goes into the corpse that's uncorpsing at the moment.
I sure hope he wasn't friendly.
You're not really thinking about that right now, but you doubt it. At least in your mind, he wasn't. So
I doubted it because I pulled the trigger, but at the same time, hopefully he was.
And Tom, you are Tom. Jenk is just trying to leg it and get out of there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
Except for it's a tunnel, so it's
run.
like crawl it.
Can you make me a dex check though?
2.
Okay, yes you can. So yeah, you managed to find the tunnel and get down it and start crawling.
Wait, so you leaving me here?
Yeah,
Yes.
Jenk is leaving you.
Fair enough. Makes sense. I didn't
mean,
really shoot him.
Yeah, and you. Oh yeah, can you actually roll me a penalty die as well?
So it's still a normal success.
Okay, yeah, so that's still fine. Just if you failed, you'd trip and yeah, wouldn't be great. But yeah, so.
And then the rats come back.
No,
the
the rats aren't coming back.
No.
So, but you've both got recontrol of your character now.
Yay!
We're gonna go
Oh.
with Tancred first because he's in immediate danger.
So, John, what's he doing?
John is just shouting to you like what's going on, what's
You
happening.
okay? I heard 6 gunshots and a lot of screaming.
Okay, so Corbett attacked. Actually, he got a 2, but he's at a penalty die, so hopefully he won't do as a 20. Okay, so he did hit, but he didn't get a extreme success,
That's nice.
which is good for you. But yeah, so he attacks you, and yeah, I need you to make me a dodge.
Let's do this.
It's just a standard success. If you get a hard success,
Again. 17.
17.
Yes.
And what is your dodge?
My dodge is half of my dex, which is 30.
Okay, so right, so your dex is 60.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, it does say half dex.
No, I was lying, clearly,
No,
Ollie.
do you not have the dodge skill separately?
Oh, I don't have a
It-
tick
it's-
next to it. It just says dodge.
Okay, yeah, you don't know. I was
half
just
dex.
checking because if it does have a tick, then it might be high. That's just what it is. Standard.
Yeah, well, I would have
Sorry,
specified if there was a tick.
Half of your dex.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay, so yeah, 30. So that means that a 17 is also a standard success for you.
Nice.
Which means that it does hit,
Oh,
unfortunately, I think. But it
Rip.
doesn't hit extra or anything. Oh, I think that's it. If you dodge, it's like the amount of damage increases with each success higher than the one the other person gets. But you got the same, so it doesn't do any extra damage.
okay.
I think that's how it works. So, damage time. Okay, so okay, so it's only 1d. Yeah, he doesn't have the knife, which is good. So it's a d3, 3, and a d4, 1. So that's 4 damage.
Okay.
You take,
Yeah.
and I need you to make me a con roll.
in 1 second, please.
Mhm.
4 would be 12, so it's 7 health. A con roll, you say? Just give me a minute to find my tab. There it is. Again, 88. Haha. My con is the big number is 60, so I don't know if that's.
Do you want to use luck?
I'd have
Should
to use like
probably.
a lot, wouldn't I?
Quite a bit.
What would hypothetically be a possible problem if I did not use luck?
You'd lose con and get
What, forever?
delirium. Yep.
Okay, how much
And
luck
also
would I
get
have?
delirium.
How much luck would I have to burn?
28, which is a substantial amount, but you get it back after each. Not
I've
all
got
of it,
seven.
but, like-
I've got 73. So Yeah.
Ooh.
doing it. I keep forgetting luck's a thing. I probably should have used it earlier. I
Yeah.
definitely should have used it earlier. That would have
Okay,
been an
so
idea.
you burn
Oh, well.
28, but you do not lose any further con. You still have delirium, but only for 5 days instead of
That's
a
good.
possible 10. What is delirium? Um, 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 um. Well, we'll find out at some point in the future, I'm sure. Wait, hang on. I think I do know what it is. Because it is right here. Right. It's not there. Okay. Something. Basically, it's a thing. Yeah, but
Yes.
that happened. What is Jenk doing?
So I've rushed
Well,
down
I
there.
didn't say what I was going to do yet. I thought I was going first.
Yeah, you're just being attacked.
Yeah, you were
Does-
just attacked.
Does that count as my thing?
I'm
Fair
just
enough.
quickly checking, and then we'll come back to what.
Okay, sorry. I'm just curious.
Yeah,
how
that's
this
fine.
works.
All right, so I'm running up to John.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
What's happening? I heard shooting.
okay, composure. There was a corpse in there. We think it's Mr. Corbett.
Okay.
It looked at us and moved, and then our flashlights turned off, and oh god, I get out of there.
Yeah, you are like shaking and sweating, and it's not great. And John doesn't like the sound of it.
We run away from the house
But-
again. Spent
but-
3 more months researching.
But against his better
I-
judgment, realizes that Tank is still stuck in there with it, and jumps in the crawl space to go help.
Go. I'll
And
inform
could you
the
quickly
police.
roll me a Tom, this is. Can you roll me a? I must say.
Roll what? Sorry, what was that?
No,
This is me.
not you, Dan. Don't worry.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. no, I thought
Yeah, roll me an idea, which is intelligence.
Fail. 61.
Okay. With a bonus die.
Yeah, the bonus die.
Could you bring
54,
that
but I'm
die
going to
on?
burn 4 luck to get that.
Okay. In your weird, confused state, everything's jigging around you. You can hear probably the screaming of Tank and John shouting, "I'm coming, I'm coming." And then you get these words in your head again.
Oh,
That
oh no.
you heard Vittorio say to you.
Oh no.
By his own weapon is the devil bested. Just again and again.
That means we have to be dead bodies and look at people. By his own weapon. I have to stop and think about that for a second.
Yeah, and while you think about that, Dan,
Yes.
what you gonna do?
So
Something
the
just punched you and
person's-
you can't see.
okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Wait. Yeah, no. That's the thing. I've got one gun left.
One gun left in my bullet, so
One gun left in your bullet.
Make it
one gun
count.
left in my bullet.
So I've got to use that wisely. Could I fire my last bullet and then slash wildly with my knife while trying to back away?
Sure, do it.
Yeah. So what do I have to roll for that?
Take a guess.
Eureka! I think I've got
It
it.
was more how many I have to roll.
Just the one.
I think I've got it. I think I know what I've got to do.
65.
Yes.
That's some. No, you know what? Roll me a bonus die because it might be dark, but it's literally just hit you and you're at point blank, so you know where it is. So yeah,
12.
Okay, that's better. Is that's a hard success, I believe.
Well, I mean, if this is for the bullet, I've got 40 on that. So
Yep, so-
pretty good.
That is a hard success, so he needs to roll his dodge, which is probably not going to be.
I know what to do. My character has had a
13.
Eureka moment.
13. So you do hit. Actually,
Mhm.
hang on. What is his dodge? Because that might.
He's dead. Dead people can't
He-
dodge.
He's not. He's also moving though. His
just
dodge
quicker than mine.
is 17. Actually, so that's only a standard success. Where you got a hard success. So let's go back up to combat quickly. Roll with a d8 for damage.
Give it.
D8, damn.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Give me 1 second. Go back between and give me 1 roll, not 100 yet. 6.
Okay. According to this thing, handgun's just 1d10 damage.
But the M1911 does 1d8.
Yeah, so interesting. And yeah, there isn't really a damage bonus, so it's probably plus something else, but
It doesn't say I get a damage bonus for my M19.
it's probably just 1d8 then. So, go to the plus DB bit, but so I'm just
Mine
trying to
doesn't have
figure
one.
out.
Do you even get damage bonus to guns? I'm not sure.
Well, no, it's generally just like 1d8 plus number. It's not like a
Yeah.
damage bonus. It's just yeah. So sorry, I'm just. Okay. So if you get an extreme level of success, then you do maximum damage.
Okay.
Did you get an extreme success against Corbett? I think you did, didn't you? Yeah. So you actually one of your shots did maximum damage. Okay, which changes things actually. Yeah, that does change things. Okay. So yeah, if you roll me your D8, what did you get?
6.
Okay, 6. That might be enough. That might just be enough.
I mean, I'm still waving my knife, so
That's fine, but that might be
What?
It might be. Come on. Come on.
I mean, I'm waiting on you.
It's nearly enough. Okay, it's not enough. But yes, yeah, if you make me a so you fire the shot and it is literally right in front of you, so you do the shot does connect. If you make me a fighting brawl roll them.
I'm guessing a 100.
I'm not answering that question.
65.
Okay, and he got a 9, so
Lane.
Yeah.
you're one off, but
Oh, am I? Damn it.
yeah. 64.
It's
Oh,
actually
yes, it is.
66.
32 Zoo
Stop.
Lane.
Okay, but yeah, so that misses, but what is Jenk doing?
By his own weapon as the devil worsted, I grab the dustbin lid, take the knife out from under it,
fool!
Okay.
take the knife
Corbett
out
is-
from under it, and rush back to Corbett
Okay.
as fast as I can.
So Corbett is occupied, so the dagger actually is easy enough for you to grab. And you start on your way. Smith has now reached the other side. He can't see a thing. So he's just gonna go ahead and try and hit the nearest thing to him. And I'm just gonna roll a d4, and if it's even, he hits Tank. If it's odd, he hits Corbett. Okay, he hits Corbett.
Okay,
That's good. That's a 46.
but then
And his fighting brawl is a 40. So he is going to spend 6 luck.
I really do want to succeed with this plan.
So that he hits. And then he's going to roll his damage, which is just a d3 of unarmed. Okay, so that's 1. Just against Corbett there. You crawl along afterwards, Jenk. You suddenly feel the dagger starting to try and pull away from you. So I need you to make me a opposed strength roll. So you need to make me a strength roll.
27, which is
Nice.
a
Hard success. I think that's better. He got 69 is just a standard success. So you keep a hold of the dagger. And yeah, you get out. What are you going to say? Because there's now 4 of you in this room and you can't see a thing.
Everyone who's not Corbett, say aye.
I.
Because I'm going to just stab
Smith
where-
says aye. You don't hear anything from Tank.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to stab where Smith isn't from using, well... I
Wait, why
can
doesn't
sort of
he? Oh, did you roll?
hear
just
where-
like he heard me.
Because you're still in a state of shock and
Because you can sort of hear where someone is from
yeah.
where they sound.
I mean, I am screaming and waving a knife.
This
so
is true.
I-
You're probably screaming, so you can tell where both of the other two are. So yeah, you've got a pretty good guess.
I'll stab it in between where I think both of them are.
So if you roll me with 1 penalty die, if you roll me the attack.
That's unfortunate. What is it?
It would be fighting brawl.
No, I can burn a luck. Burn 1 luck.
Ooh,
Yes, because I rolled 71.
ooh, a 70. That's good. Okay. He got an 80. So yeah, no, that is a hit.
Die, you devil fiend.
You can where's damage? You can roll me damage. Doesn't actually matter, but
With a glint in my eye, I plunge the knife into his. What's the damage for it?
I'm just finding that. The damage.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately not that high, but it's not there. It's not there. It's not where it said it was, which isn't helpful. It is 1d4 plus 2.
5 damage.
Cool. And Corbett's now on -5 because he was already. Yeah, you managed to plunge in this dagger, and you just hear this hissing, screaming sound. It's a horrible, loud sound. And you just feel that you hear this thing just collapse back to the floor, and then your lights flicker back on, and you just see this dust just spreading out across the floor, just leaving this skeleton with a knife stuck out of it.
Is that the flying knife?
It is the flying knife.
We should
that I
probably
was-
take that knife.
And it
it's
is
got
no
some
longer
DNA
moving in any way.
Okay, that's fine.
on it, so it might be a little sigh of relief escapes my mouth.
Have our
Chest.
flashlights gone back on? Sorry.
Yeah, they flicker
Yeah,
back
they
on
did.
you.
They did.
You also notice the mark on Corbett's forehead, as with the others that you saw. Though it seems much more deep within the
Okay.
skull than on them.
Very profound marking.
Yes.
Do we have headaches, or are they?
Now that
gone?
you think about it, you realize that you do.
Do you want an aspirin?
Yes, please.
Wait, am I still screaming? Like,
No.
You've started.
Okay.
You're not screaming. You're still probably hyperventilating a bit, but you're no
Wow.
longer screaming.
that doesn't stop common courtesy. I give him one of my aspirin.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, can I like try and perform medical things on myself real quick?
Does anyone else have first aid? John's got first aid. John will
I
try
have
try
first
something.
aid.
Oh wow, everyone's got. I thought I was special with it, but evidently not. Can everyone try first aid on me?
Yours might be higher, though.
I think
Mine's
mine
only
is the
50.
highest. Yes.
Yours only what?
50.
Oh no, mine's 50.
That's higher than
Okay.
John's is 40. So
That must be int then.
Yes, I
Yeah.
imagine so.
All right. Yeah, I'll try first aid on.
I mean, I'd worry more about the person who's been shot. To be fair, but
Who's been shot?
you've been shot.
Were you
It's just
shot?
flesh.
Yeah, you shot him, you muppet.
I thought it missed.
No, you shot him.
I mean, it
I
was very
will
dark.
heal- I will
Yeah,
first
to be
aid
fair, you probably
Tancred.
didn't realise you shot him, but you did shoot him.
I'll first aid Tancred.
Okay. Just roll me a...
Oh, 16, which is a hard
Okay.
success.
Nice. So I'm going to roll a d3. So you
First aid
regain
just
2 hit
one.
points. Yeah, but it's a hard. So
I thought it was just one.
I mean, yeah, but I'm being nice.
Okay.
I was going to say, stop questioning it, Tom. For goodness sake.
I was alright. I'm
You want the health
reading the
back.
rules at the bottom of the.
Yeah, no, it is, but you know, desperate times call for desperate. Yeah, something. But yeah, you are okay. You have got rid of Corbett. And in doing so, I believe, amongst other things. Actually, we'll just go through the progressions. If it's okay with you guys, I'll just narrate what happens next, unless there's anything else you want to do within the house.
Leave. At least leave the Crawley space.
Mhm.
Crawley.
Wait, did I regen any health? Sorry.
Yes.
Two
you've got
from me.
2.
Okay. Can I do my medic stuff myself, or?
No.
What's your maximum?
Well, I was at 11. It's 11.
You see, I'm on 7. My
Oh.
maximum is 30.
I could do it to you if you want. Well, no,
Yes,
I couldn't.
please.
But...
Well, give it a shot.
Just
Well,
roll,
no,
me,
you-
roll me first aid.
Oh, you told me I
Put me
couldn't do
down.
that. I thought.
No, just do it.
Again, 24.
Nice.
Stop saying again because it makes it sound like it's bad. It's
That's a
not.
hard success.
That's a hard, so I'll roll a d3 for him as well. That is another 2.
Yeah.
So you're 9. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, you two you leave the building. You lock it behind you. You lock the door to the basement as well, and you go over to your detective inspector who's not too far away. You find out still hasn't made much breakthrough with the body, but you can you Tancred kind of you get a glimpse of like what looks like some of the clothing which maybe was torn or something, and it does look familiar to you.
Okay.
But you say to him about what's happened.
Wait, I thought Chris was our detective inspector.
No, Chris is just
No, he's
the,
a police officer.
the
I
body.
see.
Right. Oh, so is this the person who was at the very beginning?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The detective inspector.
Yeah, Mr. Whatever.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
Michael Portman. Yeah, Dion
That's the
Portman. Yes, you roughly say what's happened. Like you
We were
don't
attacked
go
by a
into
zombie.
details. Yeah, exactly. But you said there's a you found a body basically, and
And it turned to dust.
he gets people to go deal with that. You give him
Don't mind the 7 shell casings you'll find.
yeah. But I imagine you cleared.
On a
them.
completely unrelated note, I need 7 more bullets.
You'll get them back up
Okay.
at the HQ.
Thanks,
You then go and speak to Mr. Knott, who is very happy with your work. He just says don't even tell me about what's going on, providing it is gone. That's fine. And you're pretty sure whatever it was is now gone. But yes, you all get paid
Yes. Worth it.
pretty decently now. I'm not going to give exact amounts, but basically, if you ever need to buy anything,
Duct tape.
that's
Oh,
fine.
it doesn't-
Has it been invented?
It
No,
does.
that was gaffer tape.
No, duct tape wasn't invented either, I checked.
Oh no!
What about a duct tape equivalent?
String.
No, that won't work.
Just lots and lots of string.
Oh yeah, it was during World War II again.
Well, I'll get lots and lots of string as a secondary thing anyway.
Okay.
Of-
But yeah. Anyway. But yeah, that's
Tape.
fine. And you all regain 1d6 sanity point.
On D6.
Whoa.
Nice.
So if you want to roll a d6,
No, I choose not to.
Oh,
well, I can roll it for you if you'd prefer, Dan,
2.
No, I'll do it.
on your dice. But you know,
2.
No, I don't want to roll a 65 D65. That might.
I mean, remember you can't go over your max sanity. So
Max is like
3.
95 for me.
and what were you on?
I was on 39.
All right,
Now
so
I'm
I'm
41.
only 1 below what I started this session at, which is pretty good, all things considered.
What's your
Uh,
maximum though? Dan?
50, and I'm at 47.
Oh, that's pretty good.
50.
Let's see. Oh right, that's because that's the wrong guy.
How do
Are you
I?
sure your maximum's 50?
What about luck?
No. Luck is a mysterious force. You don't gain any back as a reward for completing the haunting, but
What about health?
we'll come to all that in a moment. I'll just put in the Skype chat that Chris.
Sellotape. 1937. Damn it. Wait. Just. 1925 for masking tape. Adhesive tapes. This
Glad
is
I'm not the only
interesting.
one looking on the adhesive tapes article.
Okay, right. So,
Did Chris lose any?
not this round, not this time, and I've not got his current character sheet, so I don't know what sanity he was on. But I've just put in the chat that he needs to reroll a d6, and gain that much back. As you guys are walking back to the station, from your meeting with Mr. Not, you notice on one of the old dilapidated walls of the Church Contemplation that very recently a new sign has been drawn.
Oh,
Like either like kind of like scratched in, painted, or something like that, which is odd, of course. Suggests maybe this place is more still frequented than it would seem.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, well, we've now finished the haunting.
Yay.
However, this is not a one shot. That doesn't mean much, but we finished that element of the game, so we can now move back onto the more other stuff that you were focusing on before. It's going to have a very quick break, so I need to get a drink.
finish the house rather than. There's
Yeah, you
still
just finished the
more.
house. There's still plenty more stuff that's going to happen, but you finished the haunting, which was the thing at the end of the player's
Nice.
guide. So yeah, good job. We'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to get a drink.
Well, me too. Then I will get some tea.
I'll be back in a second after I get a drink as well. I'm back.
Oh, whoops. Start rules. I would assume Tom is making tea. And
Yeah,
so-
he said that's what he was doing.
Yeah. I missed that. I know he's making a drink. I didn't. He's making tea, but that would make sense. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, hit points. Come on. Okay, so regain sanity. What about luck and healing? Okay, hit points. Yeah, first aid heals 1 hit point, but yeah, oh well. Okay, characters without a major wound heal 1 hit point per day. So you can all go and heal 1 hit point then.
I remember that rule.
We've never really used it.
We used it a couple times.
We've just not that much chance to use it, but yeah. As for we'll search it up. It doesn't say about how you can be.
Okay,
Cool.
made tea.
I thought so.
Even though it's
Okay,
10
we've
o'clock.
got that. That's fine.
Really a
That's
terrible
all right.
idea.
It's only 10 to 10.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Exactly. So yeah, you regain 1 hit point, Tom. Because it's 1 per day, unless you've got a major wound, which you don't. So you can go ahead and do that.
It's down here.
And as
Yeah.
down is here, yeah, I can't find the luck, regaining luck information. Again, I'm sure it's here somewhere, and I'm just missing it. It's not going to be that far down, obviously, Ollie, because that's the haunting. Let's go luck. Let's say there's luck options. Just gonna have a quick look around. Okay, so some skill rolls, opposed skill rolls, penalty dice, bonus die example. Penalty die, luck rolls. To see a luck roll. Skill characters. Previous situation. Luck. See luck roll. Skill. Okay, that's just rolling luck, not using luck. Just slightly different. So I'm just gonna say, if you both roll me a d10,
Certainly.
and that's just how much luck you get back.
2.
You know, 2. I kind of deserve that, I'm not going to lie.
Laughed at me.
Okay, so we're now going to jump back to something which I didn't mention at the start, and I should have done, so I'm sorry about that. But the box that you recovered had a note in, which was from Peter Ellsworth, which reads, "To whom it may concern, or whoever finds this note and this box, leave it be, unless you seek great misfortune, horror, and death. If this is where I have left it, in the Church of Contemplation, then you are in a place where many dark things happened and should leave now. You should leave this box and its contents where it is, for your own sake. If you wish to know more about the eldritch horrors of beyond, then take this key. You'll need 2 more before you can open the gate and learn more. I must warn you against this, but it is your fate now, not mine. Not anymore."
Hmm.
And then the other thing in there is the metal Y shape, which this suggests is a key.
Key of some sort. So on the one hand, of course, we don't want to experience horrors and death. Who does? But on the other hand, we do need to figure out the source of this mystery.
We need 1 more key, do we not?
Do we have 2?
You've got 1.
We've got 1. We need another one.
Does it specify what door?
Just says the door.
Gate.
There you go. Alright, so I've jotted it down as "Dis be bad, eldritch horrors be behind the door, need 1 more key."
2 more keys.
2 more
2
keys.
more keys, damn. 2 more keys. Need two more key to open the door. I've got to unlock more comrades. Well, we're already, like, in character, we're already a bit down this rabbit hole. What's the harm in going a bit further?
Exactly.
Plus, we might get paid more.
We might get paid more. Who knows? Then I can buy some. Wait, what
That
year
seems
is
less
this?
likely, but
What year is this set in?
20-something.
yeah,
1926.
something like
After when sellotape was invented.
I was going to say, because Scotch brand Cellulose tape was invented in 1925, which was the first transparent cellophane adhesive tape.
I have a feeling.
I love how we're just obsessing over tape.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Because I want some. It would be so helpful.
I want to strap a torch to my gun or
I
something.
have a feeling it's 23. So
Darn it! Curses.
anyway, but yes. So what I'm gonna very quickly do is go back in time.
Well, I guess I've got, quote, lots and lots of string in my inventory, so that might be enough.
Adhesive tape were invented before 1923. What's happening? I can hear something.
Yeah, you can probably hear me.
It's crazy talk.
Just trying to figure out something.
In 4000 BC, earthenware pots were mended with an adhesive substance made from the sap of trees. I think a surgical tape was invented in 1845. 1923. 1925 was masking tape.
Yeah, that's what I found.
But band-aids exist.
The idea for sellotape was in 1923.
But it says in 1921, Johnson & Johnson invented the band-aid, which were a piece of gauze attached to some tape, which means tapes existed.
It does. So, adhesive tape is now in my inventory.
Yeah, I'd like to get some adhesive tape as well.
And
how much
Band-Aid.
does that cost? Can we get it in Poundland?
In America.
Tape. I'm on like a tape website.
Shave
dedicated
Street.
tape website. Whoa.
Oh, is that where we were?
14 Shave Street. Shave Street's the
Street where
yeah,
the
that's what's right.
house
So
is on.
number 20 Shave Street is the Corbett house. And number 14 is where Smithy followed the mysterious man.
Okay. Well, how much is adhesive tape, by the way? I need to know.
What?
We're buying adhesive tape.
Oh, I don't know, and I don't really care.
So it's free.
You have some adhesive tape.
Some adhesive tape?
Yes. Because it's really not that
Approximately
important.
how many inches?
1.
That's not a lot.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So, a day has passed.
A day has passed.
What are you doing now?
Let's go back to the detective chap. Hand him the note.
Yep.
And inquire on
What if the
whether...
detective chap is a member of the Church of Contemplation? That sounds like the sort of plot twist that would happen.
Then he'll be like, nah, don't investigate. Or he'll be like, do.
But then he'd know. All I'm saying
Hmm.
is that we should run a background check first.
Never... Oh, let's break into...
Let's break into his home. Don't worry, sir. We've got a warrant from the police. Definitely.
We've got a warrant from you. No, we'll see if we can find some info on any links between the detective and the Church of Contemplation.
I don't want to be
because
like
it's what we're
unduly
doing now.
paranoid and like overrun things, but that seems like the exact sort of plot twist that would happen.
I mean, is your character thinking that, or are you thinking that?
My character is thinking like we've
That
been
is what-
attacked by a bed and a flying knife. I can't take any chances.
That is what we call being meta, Dan.
Yeah, but the state of paranoia that my character's in, I think it's warranted. He's been attacked by a corpse and his mate's been like murdered or attacked by a bed. Not a fridge, very different.
Not a fridge.
All I'm saying is I'm intensely paranoid right now. And I have also exhibited a weird tendency to do such things prior, actively advocating we break into a building earlier. So like it's not too out of character.
It is not too out of character.
We'll
All
go
I'm
for it.
saying is that I'm
Let's
pretty
search.
sure it's
Go to the library.
justifiable.
Find the files that we have on our own
Pick up some
boss.
books from the Church of Contemplation.
Pardon?
Didn't we pick
We
up
have some
books
Latin
from the
books,
church?
didn't we?
Yeah, you've read them and stored them.
Well, I didn't
They
read
were the Latin ones.
Well, only Tom could read them.
I
I was just
tell you what
curious
they
to see
mean,
if there would be
probably.
a ledger. There's some description in the church.
The stuff in the Latin books was just lots of creepy, mysterious stuff that you
In
didn't really
fact,
understand.
character thinking about it, trying to find a ledger of contemplation or church of contemplation members would be an extremely good idea, just to try and figure out who's in it and who's not.
It would be. So where are you going to start looking for that?
Library? In the church?
Right.
Places of note that you have relating to the Church of Contemplation is 1, the church, 2, 20 Strafe Street, 3, the underground mysterious layer thing,
Of course,
and
we've
4,
not explored the house very
20
much.
Strafe Street.
20 Shafe Street, that much, actually. There might be more. There might be journal entries.
Don't you have
which
to
we
put
need-
down your religion on a census?
Possibly. But if you're in, like, a cult,
Well, yeah, but they were a registered thing, weren't they? Because they had a premises.
possibly. But
All
would
I'm saying
people
is that
put-
if we go to the local government area, they could have a list, hypothetically.
You could go back to the council and have a look on the census.
It's worth a try, I think, because it was a high-profile thing, wasn't the mayor? Someone in relation to the mayor?
the mayor, yeah.
The mayor
he was-
himself was.
Yeah, the mayor himself, in fact. I thought it was.
Well,
his kid.
well
He
you
was a
believe
churchgoer.
was. No, it was the mayor, and then his son ended up being as well until he
That was it.
We
Yeah.
talked to his
Recently-
son, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, and he
Wow.
warned us.
Tancred did.
I did.
He's the guy who wrote the letter and everything.
So I
Yeah.
reckon, based on the state of paranoia that my guy's in, looking for a census record on who actually knows about this sort of stuff is probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So to the local government building.
So-
So not actively looking for our detective.
Yeah.
Well, I would certainly be on the lookout for people I'm aware of.
Yeah,
As Tancred.
of course.
So yeah, you return to the local government building.
Give us all of your census information.
There's police people there now already because there's the mysterious mysterious ladder tunnel thing.
Don't mention the Church of Contemplation because any one of those people could be in it.
And you asked to see the census, and given the certain circumstances, it's actually quite simple, and they're the same guys before. So happy to show you. It says when in particular, when are you?
Well, it's 1923.
Yeah.
1852. Corbett was being sued, so we should
Mhm.
probably go pretty far back.
Maybe not that far back though.
Yes.
'Cause I
He was
imagine the
sued by his
church had a
neighbours for
payday.
strange activity, so we should certainly, if not every year between then and now, take that year as well.
Yeah, take that
What-
year
did,
and a
we,
couple.
did we ever find out what
into
year the raid was?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I can't remember if we ever found out what year the raid was.
Alright, we'll just
let
take
me
that
just-
year and like every
I might have
10
it.
years between then and now.
If we go to the info, one moment,
Okay.
Because I was just thinking if we just took a snapshot of every year, because it can't have been too many members in each individual year.
No.
Like, because
No,
it
this
was
is-
just one. It was one premises in a chapel, so it wouldn't be too many members at any given moment. But then they did have the money to mount an expedition to a foreign country.
Yes. I don't know how they
But
get
then
the
that just
money.
implies that its members are rich rather than there's many of them. Or it implies both, I suppose.
right. So the house is built in 1835. The Corbett house, that is. Families is 1909, 1880. It's not that. Executor of the will. Notes of the The chapel was closed in 1912.
1912. So before then.
The date of the raid is not given.
Right. So what
So if
I'm
we just-
thinking then is we take 1912, 1911, and then other years of interest. Like in 1847, the payment was done for refurbishment, so we take that year as well.
Yeah.
So there was a census in 1900 and the next one in 1910.
So we'll take.
Was 1900 the first census?
No, there's 1790 to 1820, 1830 to 1880, 1890, 1900, 1910, 1920.
All right, so we'll just take 1910, 1900.
And 1890?
What was the one before that? 1830 to 1890 or something.
1830 to 1880, then 1890.
Okay, we'll take that one as well.
1890.
I mean, 18, the big range one. 30 to 80.
Okay, got it.
Well, we
say
can take all of
1830
them,
to
read them at
19.
our leisure, I suppose.
Yeah.
We could, well, surely we can ask them to search and only give us the names of, like, we can narrow the search down to.
Well, just
I
people
mean,
who have put
it's
themselves
not
down
like
as
an online
Yeah.
database, so it's a little harder.
Well, yeah, but we can talk to the people there and they can compile it over a day or something.
Yeah,
Can
so
we trust them?
Well, it's
the
our only
guy
real
that you're
option, so I don't see why
talking
not.
to has not let you down yet, so
Okay.
you have no reason to not trust him.
Can we throw in some line about state secrets? Just like, oh yeah, this is important. Don't tell no one. Ongoing investigation. You're not allowed to leak. There you go. That's a convincing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give him
he
like
understands. He understands.
Paper cardboard sign.
So yeah, while he's compiling that information, what do you want to do?
Um,
Go to the church.
we've been there a bit, but I guess
We
we
have been
could.
there a bit. Or we could go to back to the house because there's a lot of places we haven't been to in the house.
Well, my guy's a bit shaken, so I'm thinking
Which house are we
perhaps
talking about? Because
Corbett.
you've been
20.
you have pretty well.
Well, there was that door that we couldn't open.
Yeah.
No,
And
because you did open that door.
Did we?
Because that was the one to the basement. Yeah, because we got all muddled about
Oh
it.
yes, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
No,
I mean, and
No,
it's a
you
big
you have
house.
you've pretty well explored the Corbett house. That was most of the first session.
yeah. Well, I'm
All
all
I did was
saying
go
is
into
if we
one
do go
room,
back to the
get
Corbett
chased
house,
out,
my
and then
guy's
go to
not
the
going
basement.
inside.
No, you didn't. You went into every room of the house.
Yeah, we did. That was when we were attacked by the bed. Remember?
Yeah.
I don't remember us going into every room.
That there was
We did
you
go to
went into every room. There was blood on the ceilings, and there was
Yeah.
sounds of people walking, and the lights kept going off.
Yeah.
You were in there for quite a while before
I mean,
you went down to
you
the
can
basement.
go back and have a look, Tom, but my guy's not going in there because he's still too shaken.
That's
I'd
fair
reckon.
All right. Well,
Never look
go to
back there if you want,
we
though.
can go to the church.
Yeah, I mean, we had a quick look at the church, but it might be nice to just have a look around and see if there's a ledger of any description.
Yep.
Or just like look through names, last names in correspondence. Any that remains. I know I jotted down the names of the people on the gravestones, but
Yeah, they're the only names that if you do go back, you find you can't see names anywhere else, and you already knew about them. And that they.
yeah, I can't actually remember what those are, so it might be nice if you could tell me those again later. But
I will find. I've got Corbett's journal, so I'm gonna open that, and that should have the names in. No, sorry, not Corbett's. Hang on, I've got diary, and I've got diary of Benjamin. Who on earth's Benjamin Hooper?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we will.
by the way, that's a name I'm going to look out for now.
That's fine because I think I've mentioned him
I think you have.
because I just forgot him.
He was probably in Corbett's journal, which we did read, but yet again is in my own notes.
Okay, right. So.
Oh, here we go.
the-
Corbett mentioned Amelie and Benjamin Hooper.
That's them. That's
Daniel
them.
and
Yeah.
Peter Ellsworth.
It's
Daniel
those
was
two.
head of town council.
Yeah. So Benjamin Hooper and Emmeline were his help. Were the other two who found the thing with Corbett.
Actually, while we're still in the council office, can we put in a request for the last names of all of those people to be looked at particularly?
So like Hooper, Corbett.
Yeah, Hooper, Corbett, Ellsworth, and what were the name? And the last names of the people on the gravestones, which I cannot remember right now.
Hooper, Benjamin and Emily.
Oh, those were that. Okay.
That's them. And then there's the priest guy whose name was. Michael Thomas. Yeah.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah, no, so you know, there are at least 54 members because that's how many were arrested. And then all but 8 were released.
Yeah, so there's a lot of these people at large.
Essentially, and the records hint of illegal intervention in the proceedings by an important local official.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you know.
Yeah, and I'll just say that if they could look for the last names of any family members of if they could just look for those families, Ellsworth, Hooper,
Ellsworth, Hooper, Thomas, yeah.
and that last one with a really generic name.
Corbett?
No, the other one.
Thomas?
That's the one.
That's the one I said, yeah.
Thomas.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Michael
right, yeah,
Thomas.
that's cool. Yeah, so Thomas, Hooper, Corbett, and Ellsworth. I mean, you already know Ellsworth pretty much, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but just to look to see if there was any.
But just see if there's any others.
That seems like the sort of thing that we'd look for in this particular instance, even if it might not be a likely lead.
Yep. Okay. So, what are you going to do now? Yeah, because you did that. You went to the church. You can't find any other.
Yeah, we did have a pretty good look at the church. I mean, we dug up the graves. Like,
Exactly.
we went pretty in depth down at the church.
Mhm. So you've got the underground place you could go back to, and you've also got 14 Shafe Street.
Okay. We haven't looked at 14 Shafe Street, but there was that odd happened in the place, the other thing, the graveyard area.
14 Shafe Street is where the man who Smithy tailed
Yeah.
went. And he was stopped by the
Do we have
place.
a warrant?
You do not have a warrant.
Let's wait a bit before
Do
we
we
go
need a
there.
warrant?
I mean,
nice.
having a warrant hasn't really stopped you so far, but
All I'm saying is that if there's anyone there, we can say something about ongoing investigation. We could say it's something to do with the murder in the river.
it is fairly close to the river, so
Like,
Yeah.
there's
Look.
enough weird stuff going on that we can probably bluff our way in.
Possibly. Have we had any headache updates?
you've not felt them since you were in the little secret room.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember we felt them in the church and we felt
My
them in the
understanding
house.
so far is that headaches are associated directly with viewing the symbol, and that they occur in the same spot that the symbol appears on people's heads. That's Tancred's understanding so far.
I have not made that logical deduction yet.
Well, I mean, I've written it down in my notes as something Tancred definitely knows. So
Good to know. I don't know that, but I do now because you told me.
this is in character musings for the record.
Yeah,
Character
that's
musings. Yeah. Okay, let's go to 14 Shafe Street.
Let's have a look at the outside, stuff like that.
See whether there's anyone in. If there is, knock on the door.
Yeah, so you you walk past the Corbett house again. You get a little shiver as you walk past, and along the same side of the road. Houses are quite far apart. It's like it's quite a long road. It's another quarter of a mile almost down before you get to 14. But yeah, you get to 14. It's different style. The Corbett house was built earlier, you reckon? You reckon it was just that
1845.
house, and then the others were built to make it into a street. So it probably wasn't 20 originally. Or maybe the others were built and but it's a different design either way. More more upright, more thinner. But yeah, the kind of stairs get up to it. It looks in fairly good condition. The windows, all the curtains are closed.
Of course.
The stairs don't look terribly well worn compared to the stairs on the other houses.
What's the address of this again? Sorry.
14
14
Shafe
Shafe
Street.
Street.
Strafe.
Shafe. I think that's Sheafe.
H.
SH.
E.
That's completely different to how I imagined it would be.
I don't know why I imagined it like that. It might just be Shaif.
See, I thought it was SCH something.
Like I wrote in the chat.
Shafe. I didn't think about spelling like that, but yeah, it could be that as well.
That's what I
really
assumed it would be.
that we can do that. That's fine. It doesn't matter at all. So, yes. You're gonna go up to the house and knock.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I suspect so.
I'm not a leader or anything, but yes.
Well, I'm the info specialist, but then I guess it would make most sense for me to introduce it then, given that we are looking for information.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you go up to the door and Tancred, you knock. And there's a little while before you almost think there's no one in, but then you do hear footsteps coming towards the door, and it opens, and there's a fairly young woman, probably early 30s, who opens the door. Smith, who's there, would point out to maybe Jenkins, who's not as close, that it's definitely not the person detailed. And she'd say, "Yes, can I help you?"
Well, I'm figuring this. Oh, Ollie, you okay there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You just look like you're having a breakdown.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
What does Tancred say, Dan?
Tancred says, "Hello. We, as you might have guessed, from the police. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions and possibly had a look around your house? We're not too sure if we'll need to as of right now, but
Well, I suppose.
in connection with recent violent crime."
I've not heard about this. What crime is this?
Well, there's been a body found in the river. We're not accusing you of anything. We're just curious to see.
Oh,
Leads have
I
pointed
see.
to this general area. We're just searching houses having a look at houses in the area. It's not so much you're the focal point of the investigation. Don't worry. May have heard of Corbett House. We were looking around there as well.
Oh yeah, that creepy place. Yes, I mean, you'd be better asking my husband. But if there's any questions you want to ask me, I can try and answer them. But I can get him for you in a.
Oh, as a matter of curiosity, how long have you lived here, and your husband, for the record?
Oh, I moved here when I married him, which would have been, wow, 5 years ago now, I believe. Yeah. I think he's lived here all his life.
All his life.
I believe so. Yeah, I think his parents lived here until they were moved on. I guess you'd say.
Can we take your name? Sorry.
Yes.
And husband's.
Yep, you can. Just wait for me to get up the random name generator. I'm joking. She says that her name is
Dark Man.
Jennifer.
Jennifer
Longbridge.
Jennifer.
And her husband's name is Stephen Longbridge.
Stephen! I should have known when things were weird he'd be involved. Okay. Jennifer Longbridge. And the husband is Stephen Longbridge. Okay. So further questions. This is difficult.
The spec even.
I've lost my train of thought because of Stephen and I made the joke. Damn it. It's all gone wrong.
So while Talon Coach kind of standing there like, can I help you with something?
No. It's all alright.
Just gonna stand here and
Well, I'm assuming that my internal,
yeah, no, I know I'm joking.
my character is probably better composed. Well, actually, they're probably not.
It's all happening real time, I imagine.
This is real time RPing. What other questions mightn't I ask?
I mean, so far you've just asked her name.
No, I asked how old the house. Oh, no, I didn't ask how old the house was, but I asked how long they lived
how
here,
long they
Oh,
lived
they lived
there.
there. Yes, you did.
which I think is extremely pertinent information.
Oh no, this is
23, and the church was shut down 1912. So 5 years would have. So she's probably not associated at all with it.
Yeah, but the husband sounds suspicious.
The husband does sound suspicious.
so. Yeah, the husband's lived there all his life, and his parents did until they were, well, you don't know. She said moved on, but you don't, know what that means.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, then that's a good place to start. As a matter of clarification, what does moved on exactly entail?
Yes, sorry. They were a bit don't want to sound mean, but a bit weird in the head. They
Oh,
were
yes.
would have been, I think, 2 years before I moved in. They were referred to. Oh, what's that place called? Roxbury. That's it. The sanatorium. Yeah, they were.
Okay.
They went there. They were getting more and more
Were they religious people?
polluted. I never really know. My husband's never really talked about it. I mean, I think they used to go to a chapel or church of some kind, but I don't know which one or
That's fair enough.
yeah. I think that they might have had some belief, but I don't know how strong it was.
That's fair enough. Pause.
Thinking. Just at all, or not following the same sort of path?
Oh yeah, is your husband at all religious?
I think a little bit.
We've been married
we've
5 years, so
well.
I don't say this.
No, she says. I mean, yes. I would say. I mean, we got married in a church.
I've still no idea who he is.
But it's weird. I guess we've never really. Never really talked about it, actually. Now that you mention it, it's not something which has ever really come up. No.
What does he do for a living?
He travels quite a bit. He
To foreign countries?
No, around the around the region. Various little towns. He's a driver. He drives lorries, supplies from docks.
Teamster.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes the larger docks, sometimes small ones. Occasionally Innsmouth, but not that place. But
oh yes, Innsmouth.
yeah, but he's been more around recently, doing shorter journeys.
Okay.
He's been doing that as long as I can remember, actually.
Do you often have visitors, or?
I wouldn't say any more than a usual. Maybe like one person a week, less than that. Quite often I go and have coffee. Not coffee. Go out to see my friends at their houses as they're bigger than ours. But occasionally, I suppose, a couple of people, but mainly my friends, not really my husband's.
Is there any strange activity in the street or neighbourhood? You mentioned Corbett House as being particularly creepy.
Oh yes, well everyone's pretty sure that place is haunted. But apart from that, I couldn't say anything particularly
Okay.
odd happens. But I keep to myself. I don't know the neighbours all too well. That my husband knows them better, and he would probably be better suited to these questions, I think.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
Would you like me to get him for you?
Is he home?
Yes, he is. He's still in bed, but he needs to get up soon anyway. So if you want me to get him, I'm sure he'll be happy to answer any other questions you have.
If you wouldn't mind. Just a general investigation.
Of course. She smiles at you and says, I'll just be a minute. Yeah, she leaves, goes back upstairs.
I'm waiting for like a window smash to happen at the back of the house and to hear running.
No, a couple of minutes later, you hear muffled voices. A couple of minutes later, a man comes down he's in his pajamas. He looks quite tired. He's got black like bed hair. It's kind of all over the place.
I feel this guy.
Many
A
of
lot
us
of empathy with him now.
recognize the
Kind of.
person we tailed.
Yes, hello.
I struggle to
officers.
accuse him of something now. I'm so connected.
How can I help you?
Hello, you may have heard me
So-
doing a general investigation of the area.
Mm-hmm.
We'd just like to ask some questions about the area, and you yourself.
Sure, shoot.
You mentioned your wife mentioned that you'd lived in this house your entire life,
Yep.
and that your family did so as well before.
Yeah. My
Sentiments.
parents did, and
Did your
I think-
grandparents?
I think my grandparents bought it when it was built.
Okay.
When was it built? Do you know that? Or
Some point, mid 1800s maybe, somewhere around then.
okay.
That's fair. That's fair. I hear most of the street dates from around then.
Yeah, I think so.
Pause real quick.
When was 20 built? By the way, Ollie. Forgotten the date.
I'll just find that quickly for you because I've forgotten to. It was built in.
When was what built?
20 Shakespeare.
Corbett's house.
I've got that down as being 1845.
That sounds about
1845, so
right. Yep,
So
1845.
it could be roughly the same time.
Well, and it also says it's built just before or a bit before the other houses. on the
It was
street,
built. It was
so
built in 1835.
1835.
35.
Well, that makes the chronology line up perfect.
1835, and
There we go.
Corbett got moved into it quite quickly.
Well, he was sued in it in 1852. So
Yes, he was there by 36 probably.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
just give me 1 second to write that down. If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Longbridge, is it?
yes.
Are you particularly religious?
I can't say I'm not more than most people really.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we heard that your parents might have been. Can you clarify any more? Or?
They were an interesting lot. We'd go to church on Sundays. I had that upbringing, but
Do you remember what church?
not really. St. Paul's maybe.
Okay.
You know, the that's like the main church that people go to.
Yeah, no, I guess.
The big one up near the town centre. But they stopped going when I was around around 14, I guess. So they still go somewhere on Sundays, but I never went with them. I can't say if they did ever tell me where it was, I don't remember.
Okay. No, we also heard that they were sent to Roxbury Sanatorium, was it?
Yes, the up the hill,
Yeah,
just
no, we know
outside
the
Arkham.
place.
Yeah.
Do we?
They-
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Tom, we do. We went there, I think.
yeah, you did. That's where you saw Vittorio.
Oh yeah.
In any case, we're not going to admit that we don't know to one of our constituents. That would be crazy irresponsible. Of course, we know what we're talking about. Yes, citizen. Carry on. So
Yeah, no, sorry. I just thought there was a spider on my arm, and I got scared, but it's just this wire. So.
I know that feeling so much.
But yes, so he says, yeah, they started seeing things.
Seeing things.
Yeah, things that weren't there.
Hmm.
People, creatures, stuff like that. It's silly, but it was getting out of hand, and
Must have been hard on you.
yes, it was difficult trying to. Yeah, I didn't really want to send them there, but I ended
We
up
never
not having
do.
a choice. So
Didn't mean to pry in any case.
no, that's fine. They
As part of the sort of general investigation of the area, have you noticed any strange happenings on the street? Everyone we've seen has mentioned that Corbett House was a just strange place, but has that sort of thing been
Yeah.
anywhere else? Or
not particularly. The Corbett House has always been a bit odd.
not just in crime, but in terms of just
Yeah,
strange
no, I mean-
loitering and
I mean, I heard a couple. When was it? Probably around a month ago now. Some guy got flung out the window there. I don't know how that happened, but
I
I
have
heard
no
the
idea.
window smashing, and
Window.
we should probably investigate that as the police force.
Yes.
yeah,
We'll get back to you on that if we find any information.
thank you. Yeah, I mean, the stories of the families that have lived there have never been too pleasant, but the rest of the street, as far as I know, has been fine, really. I'd say.
Yes, that's fair enough. You wouldn't mind if we came back to answer questions or widen the investigation at any stage, would you?
Not at all, officers. No. Whatever you need, it's fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
He
Got some.
says, "Good day," and closes the door.
You too. Well, I must suggest that we actually do interview some of the other houses with similar questions.
Can you both
Yes.
make me a POW roll, please?
Powell.
Mm-hmm.
Holy power.
Yeah.
Okay, a regular success for me. 47.
10.
Nice.
Oh.
So, Tancred, I mean, you have been the one speaking, so it does occur to you sooner. But when you leave, you suddenly realise that you have got a slight itch on your forehead.
Okay.
Oh, that was from 14, was it? Leaving that one?
Yeah.
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 It's the one where you saw the
With the guy we tailed.
the guy. Yeah. John says that he seemed the right kind of height, but he couldn't really see much from him, so it would be hard
We're
to
just
say.
gonna
That's the guy.
assume innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go to
I mean, I don't know if it would take ages to.
12, 11, 9.
Yeah, if we just go to like next door neighbors,
I mean,
15.
obviously you can't go 20, but there's 19, 18, 17, 16, 15,
Oh,
12, 11.
I've got an idea.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we know in number 20 there was a passage that went underneath.
Yeah.
Was that passage like in line with the street or perpendicular to the street?
been. So let me just figure this out.
Because then we could, if it was underneath the house, then we could go to the one it's above, and see if they have heard anything odd on the floor.
It would. It was. Going back out. No, it was. It would have been. The basement basically is as big. It's like a 3-story house. Basically, you've got the ground floor, the upper story, and the
Okay.
basement. It was cut so that there was a wall space added between storage and Corbett's hiding place. So it is just like the foundations of the building in the same.
Okay, so it
section.
didn't go out. It was more that the building.
It was more that it has been made smaller.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
You know, I was just gonna suggest we go to, I don't know, the next door neighbors and ask like questions.
You could split up if you wanted.
Yeah, that seems like it would get
Yeah.
done faster.
In the interest of brevity, could we just simply say what questions we'd do?
I mean,
And if we'd get any responses, because partly I'm trying to do this to make sure it doesn't look like we're being particularly weird.
yeah, no, I get it. I'll just give you a brief rundown of what people say. You get varying names, none which ring any alarm bells.
Okay.
Most people have lived there no more than around about 10 years, except a couple of elderly couples who have gone to St. Paul's all their life, as have most people who have now been there, or they just don't really do the churching. Again, number 20 has been a bit odd, but apart from that, nothing really weird. And that's about what you get, really.
Do we get any information, just as one of the questions, ask about the parents of the current Longbridge couple?
Oh yeah, some of the elderly people said that they knew them and that they used to be quite nice. They used to know them when they went to St. Paul's. Actually, yeah, and they say that one, they just stopped going, and that's kind of when they seem to start losing it a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, very, very, very similar stuff all around, pretty much.
So we could go back to the sanatorium that we were at before and ask about the Longbridge people, the elderly parents.
Yes, actually, that's a good idea.
And if we could stop off at the government records place and ask the census person to look for the name Longbridge as well, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they've come across it in relation to the Church of Contemplation at all.
Right. Yeah, you stop off at the council place, and he has finished sorting out the stuff. So looking for Hooper, you find nothing. You find Benjamin. Well, you find Benjamin and Amelie. Whose names are down as. It's down as other, not cult.
All right, if you give me one sec.
Corbett, there's nothing.
Nothing.
No Corbetts. Well, no, there is Corbett, but there's no other Corbetts. He's just straight up down as.
So he's the only member of the only person by the name Corbett.
Yeah, Corbett's the only person with the name Corbett.
All right.
Right.
Who was it that was down under other?
The Hoopers and Corbett. They're all down under other, actually.
Okay.
Of what you find of Thomas, the pastor.
Oh yeah.
He is down as Christian in the 1900s, and then he's not on the 1910. And you find quite a lot of people whose names you haven't red lighted, but who have just put down as other. Quite a lot of them disappear after the 1900 census.
And the 1912 is when the church closed.
1912 is when it closed, but the raid happened at some point before that.
Okay, good. You're getting somewhere.
So Thomas Hooper. What was the other name? Oh, and then Ellsworth. Both Peter and Daniel are down as Christian
Okay.
all the way through.
Cool.
So you here's a quick look for Longbridge. They are in the you find the grandparents actually, which are just down as Christian. Then you find his parents, Peter's parents, which are down as Christian up until the long period. Well, basically from like 1890, the 1890 census, and then it's other.
Other, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we ask the person to widen the search to residents on the Shafe Street?
Yep.
Just in general,
Mhm.
as far back as
Yeah.
records go.
Yep. He
Okay.
does so.
Can I apologize to the person for making so much work for them?
He's happy to do it, so it's all good. But you can do so.
I can bribe him if it's.
Okay, and then you're going to head off to Roxbury again.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to get the car there. So you get in the car and you drive up to Roxbury Sanatorium.
Yay.
Which is when you get there empty.
Entirely.
Completely empty. Because as you can still tell from it seems actually that you'd missed this, but it seems that the sinkhole has got bigger, or whatever it is, because half the sanatorium is just missing now.
Okay.
So it appears that everyone has been relocated.
Do we have any inkling as to where?
There is another sanatorium, further inward. One moment, I've got it written down somewhere.
Yeah, get out of here. No, I'll have to turn off. Actually, I can just close the window.
That's fine. Yeah, so you know that there is a quite a large sanatorium in Boston.
Okay.
Darned mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes?
How far away is Boston out of Minecraft? Because I have no idea where Arkham is supposed to be.
Boston is Massachusetts, as is Arkham.
Okay, so. Oh, and Massachusetts doesn't look that big anyway, so.
It's not huge.
Oh, for an American state.
Yeah.
Can we have a quick look inside to see if they've moved the records?
If they move the records,
Yes. To the new location. Like
yes.
Okay.
So you have a look around and you can't really find anything, so you assume that they have.
Okay.
You reckon it's probably a 40-minute drive to the one in Boston.
That's not too bad.
So that would probably be your best.
I guess we'll head that way then.
Yep. So, yeah, you get back in your car. You drive off to Boston. To the Boston Consumptive Hospital.
Boston
I
Consumptive.
believe that's how it's pronounced, and that is essentially a sanatoria.
They consume people.
Yeah, you get there and you recognize the nurse who helped you before is there, so you assume that they have just like moved the patients and the staff to there, and she recognizes you and walks over and says, "I wasn't expecting to see you again."
To be honest, we weren't expecting to be in Boston.
I can imagine that. How can I help you?
I'm assuming I'm the one talking again.
It seems like it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that smart, so.
Neither am I. I'm just educated. But then I suppose I can put on an accent.
Manners, you know.
Reasonable. Yeah. So hello, Mrs. Whatever. I don't know. I never asked your name, and I'm not going to.
Thank you.
No problem. So we had some questions about the old sanatorium, if that's how you say that, and basically the move and what you've done. If you don't mind.
Yes.
To go with an ongoing investigation. Yeah, very efficient.
Yes, of course. I remember last time.
Yes.
Did you ever find Vittorio? I never got to ask. You all disappeared down the hole and never came back. I was a bit worried until I discovered that you were all safe.
Can we pause real quick?
Yep.
Did we actually find him? I can't remember. I don't think we did.
He was the guy on the table.
So no. Or, well, yes, but...
Yeah.
Can I have a quick recap?
He's the guy who, when you followed through the mysterious passages, you found on the table dead, and then I think Jenkins went over, and then he like grabbed him, and it was a bit scary. And then he maybe said something, and I can't remember what that was, and then he kind of died again, and he was dead, and then he got taken away because he was dead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I recall this now. Sorry, I just needed my memory to be.
That's cool. That's fine.
Yeah. No, we did find him. Dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate, I suppose, but
well, very unfortunate, I would imagine.
Yes.
Everyone relevant has been notified by the authorities. They took the body.
That makes sense.
Surprised you didn't receive any information on that, to be honest.
I mean, we probably did, but everything's been a bit hectic. A couple of days after I saw you, as you probably noticed if you went to Roxbury, the hole got bigger and engulfed half the sanatorium, so...
We were meaning to ask about that. Did the, assuming you had some sort of, or hoping you had some sort of records office, did that...
We got most information out, luckily. One of our patients, I think you spoke to her. She, I don't want to say, but it seems like she predicted the collapse, and we trusted her on it, and we were right to, because the records office was one of the first places that went down. But no, they're all here in Boston. Why? Well, who are you looking for?
We were looking for information on the... I want to make sure I say it right. The Longbridge family, specifically the parents of the current Longbridge couple.
Longbridge.
Living in Arkham.
I don't. I mean, do you know how long ago they were?
Well, they're the parents of two currently adult 30ish, I would reckon, individuals. So
I don't remember any long bridges, but I've not been at the sanatorium too long, so it's possible that they were moved on or passed away before I arrived. I can have a look for you, though.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, she leaves for a moment. You see a man walk past with a nurse. You recognize from the sanatorium. Who sees you and turns and starts walking towards you. Despite the nurse trying to be, no, look, we're going this way. Come on, we're going. No, oh, okay.
Guess we're going this way now.
Well, hello again, chaps. Nice to see you. How have you been? I didn't expect you to be here in my mansion, but it is most welcome, of course.
Lovely to see you too, sir.
How goes the investigation? It has been, I believe, a couple of weeks now since I last spoke to you about it.
Oh, the investigation is proceeding smoothly.
But
Yeah, but
it's
they're
going
madness.
on.
Just play
It's
along.
just-
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's good to know. And the core bit is now dead, I hear.
Yes, although,
But-
if you don't mind me asking, who told you?
Oh, it is common knowledge, my friend. Your deeds have surpassed you. Oh, I should probably be going now. Yes, I need to retire to my quarters. I will see you later. Oh, and watch out for 14. See you, chaps.
Have a lovely day, sir.
Turns and walks off with imaginary walking cane that's not there.
I like this guy.
The nurse kind of just and just kind of runs after him. Okay, the nurse that you know comes back and says, "Okay, I found something about a lady Longbridge. Oh, one moment.
Oh,
I have returned. Says,
Oh,
I found something about a lady, a Martha Longbridge. She was here for
Martha was that?
yes, Martha Longbridge. She was here for 2 years from well, let me see here. From 16 to 18 actually. When she died, just as natural causes. Nothing about oh, hang on. It says in her notes that her husband was transferred with her. It says that they had to see each other. That's the only people they would talk. Well, that's most peculiar.
What was that? Sorry, that was very quiet.
Sorry, no. Well, you see, there's no file for her husband. Even people who just pass in for a day or two will still have a file here. Once it's been opened, it stays in the records. But there's nothing on a Mr. Longbridge. But in her notes right here, it states that Mrs. and Mr. Longbridge are to see each other for 1 hour every day. Yeah, so he must have been here.
Interesting.
That's more than just interesting. That's not right. That
Is it
anything,
possible his record was simply misplaced?
I mean, I suppose, but that's very unlikely. Very unlikely. Extremely unlikely. I mean, it must have been. I can't think of any real reason that someone would want to hide something. They're mainly medical records, nothing more. It's not like they've got any.
Well, if you find any, if anything extra pops up about these two, please don't hesitate to notify us at Arkham Police Station.
Of course, I'll
Um,
mention this to my superiors because this is very
hmm,
peculiar for me as well.
even rumors or anything. This is
Yes.
an ongoing investigation. Anything would be useful.
Is there anything else I can help you with, gentlemen?
Have you got any questions? What's my partner called again?
Sorry, Dan.
Jenks.
Oh.
Jenks.
Have any questions?
Jenkinson.
No, John's just kind of standing there.
Ah, damn it, John. You know I'm doing the same thing.
So yeah, you
Right.
just like no. You can, she says, well, I will.
Oh, one other thing.
Yes.
The elderly man who passed by. You didn't see him, but he should be pretty easy to remember. He was from the Arkham Sanatorium, pretended to have a cane, thought this was his manor. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes, yes, that does. Yes, Commander Stewart. Yes.
Yeah. Does he have a file?
Well, yes, he does. Yes.
Would you mind if we saw it?
No, of course not. I could just go and get that for you.
We sure spend a lot of time waiting for people to get paperwork in this police force.
Yeah, you do. Nothing peculiar happens this time, and she comes back with the file. Yep, here it is. Aberdeen Stewart. Here we are.
Oh, I like his name. Sorry.
That's fine. She hands over the file. What in particular are you looking for?
Oh, just general information. Do you mind if we keep this or?
I can if there's any notes you want to copy over, then feel free. I can make a copy for you, but that might take a bit more time.
Well, we'll just have a look. Quick flick through here.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for, or?
If you just give me a second to finish writing down about Martha Longbridge.
That's fine. I'm very impressed that you're making notes, Dan. I'm happy you're making notes. You need to, but I should be making notes as well. But
I mean, I'm still looking for my other piece. I'm annoyed though because I found the sheet of paper yesterday, the other one, other than this notepaper, and then immediately lost it. Like I found it, I'm like, haha, I'll need this tomorrow, and then forgot it was tomorrow, and then lost the bit of paper. So
got it.
Go me.
Oh wait, flip.
So it was what?
So anything in
Aberdeen?
particular you're looking for? Yeah,
His name,
Aberdeen Stewart. Yeah, Aberdeen Stewart.
Aberdeen Stewart.
Goes by Commander.
Yeah, he just calls himself that. It says on his file.
Presumably no actual military career.
It doesn't
Any
seem like
branch of
it.
service. Okay. Does it mention anything about ramblings?
Yes, it says he in his notes it says that he rambles and tells old war stories that he wasn't there for, but are as accurate as if the person who was there was telling it.
Okay.
And other things like that. And occasionally has talked about events that it seems impossible for him to have known of as of that time.
Say, did I ever tell you about my time in the Punic Wars? Carthage was a great employer. Okay.
That kind of thing.
Okay. Sorry, just give me a second. I suppose that's really all we wanted to see.
Okay.
We can hand the file back. Before we leave, can I just have a final thing to the nicey person? Can I just request that if any of the patients say they're seeing things, could we be notified?
I mean, you might get a lot of notifications and very soon, but I'll. Anything particular that you're looking for, or?
Well, if there's any,
like, I guess headaches or odd symptoms.
yes, no. Any particular, if there's headaches or something that
I'll
interest, and just seeing things, particular people. If I remember correctly, the other patients we came to see had such issues.
yes.
If any of them display that sort of behavior, then if we could be notified.
Are we experiencing headaches now? By the way, because
you're not.
Okay.
like that
Can I
tends to
tap
happen when
Can I tap the location of my head when headaches are mentioned, where I experience them, as illustration?
But yeah, but she says, but I'll see what I'll try my best. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, no, and if any files mention persistent hallucinations,
Yes, I'll have a look.
it may sound unrelated, but trust me, we're from the police force. Would we lie to you?
I'm sure you wouldn't.
Argument from authority. Quickly, show my badge. Show my badge.
She kind of laughs and says, "Good day, officers."
Yeah. Oh, and if we could be sent the files of
yes,
Mr.
I'll make sure.
And the long bridges, and actually the last patients we came to see as well. If those could be sent to the station specifically for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. That should be everything.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry to bother you again.
That is okay. I'm glad I could help.
I'm glad you could help as well.
Oh. So yeah, you turn. You start to leave and walk back to your car in the car park. But you get around halfway there. When you hear someone running up behind you, and you turn and you see it's the lady again. She says, "I found a written note, well, not a written note, but an informant, a piece of paper. Sorry, it's sorry, it says that Mr. and Mrs. Longbridge were transferred on the same day, but for some in the same vehicle and everything, but Mr. Longbridge apparently never arrived."
Oh.
It just says that he never came up, and we assumed it was because we had the information on the file, obviously, saying that they were meant to see each other once.
Yes.
Today, but he left with her, and when they arrived, the driver and she didn't know where he'd gone. Yeah, in fact, by the way it's written, it sounds like they didn't even remember he existed. But I mean, whereas that, I guess, makes slightly more sense from her perspective. Obviously, we don't have drivers who are actually in the sanatorium, so that this is just getting more peculiar. It's
well, if anything peculiar like that comes up, don't hesitate to send a message, even if it seems
far-fetched, of course. Yeah. And just one other note. It says that she still did get a visitor. I don't know if this will mean anything to you. Just a Mr. Where was it? I saw it here somewhere. She kind of just flicks through pieces of paper. A Mr. Thomas from the Chapel of Contemplation.
Oh, very curious.
Yeah. I just thought you should know before you
Oh yeah, no,
before
that's
you left.
certainly interesting.
She smiles to you again, and then walks off.
And not trust her.
What if she's actually the pastor in disguise?
Bum, bum, bum. She's lying about people.
She was actually Mr. Corbett.
But
The
yeah,
corpse was swapped. Now, was Mr. Thomas, was he the pastor?
Yeah.
Yes. Just because I recognise the name.
yeah, no, he was. Who disappeared from jail.
That's very curious.
But yeah, so yeah, you guys get back in your car. And it's quite late in the evening now. Because you've been around all day and then you had to drive here and you're now driving back. So yeah, who is driving, by the way?
Has any of us received driver training from the police force?
You can. I'm pretty sure you can all drive.
Well, does anyone have
Oh,
driver
well-
training from the police force? Hint, hint. I'm not mettering.
I mean, I think John does.
We'll assume
Because
John does.
I don't have it. I
Okay,
believe.
well,
Because he's a
John-
police.
Yeah, so John's driving. Okay. So you're driving on the way back. Most of it's through fairly built up, just through Boston and then on like quite busy roads. But there's one point where you just have to cross some open country. It's just a small section between Boston and Arkham. And you're just driving along. And if you could both make me a spot hidden roll.
It's a bush. Between 1 and 100, generate one. Why does it default to 100 numbers? So inconvenient. 33.
Okay.
52. That's a success. Standard.
Okay.
What stat is it for spot hidden?
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden.
Fair enough. I couldn't see it at a glance, so
36.
I can't see it after a proper look. Oh, there we
It's an
go.
invest-
40.
So is that
40.
standard success?
Yes.
Cool.
I believe so, at the very least.
Yeah. So you all see this coming in advance.
That implies that
before.
we can't stop what's about to happen.
You two can't really.
Oh.
Only John can. But he did see it, and you all also saw it. So he's got 2 bonus die, and he got up to it. He got a 17. So he does. A huge truck suddenly turns its lights on right in front of you, completely blinding all 3 of you. And it is heading straight for you.
I think we'd struggle not to notice that.
Well, it was quite far off.
If it blinded all of us.
It was cloaked. No, I'm joking.
Unless the spot hidden was to, like, see if you are actually blind and didn't
No.
get blinded by the light.
It was no, as in you guys did notice. That's why, because it was very dark.
Okay.
But you guys did notice it. But it's heading straight for you. And you can't really see. You can just see the shape of the guy, and it's a man driving. And he kind of looks at you as he's coming towards you, and you all get that feeling in your head. John swerves and gets out the way, but the car does go off the road and drop because there's like the road's a bit higher up than the stuff around it, and this being the 20s, there's a loud crash, and the engine kind of stops, and the lights The truck, by the way, just keeps driving. The lights on the car kind of like flicker a bit. They're still on, but you don't know how long they will be for. And then you hear a noise that sounds like something running just beyond the headlights. And you have a feeling that you're not alone out here. And that's where we will leave part 4.
Okay.
Oh, cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Are we able to have our characters put together 2 and 2 to make a suspicion if they know all of the required information?
What would that be?
Can I have a sneaking suspicion about the Longbridge family based on the fact that the husband was a teamster and a truck just came at us?
And the fact that when you saw him, you did slightly feel the...
Yes, basically.
Yeah, of course you can.
Cool. Just making sure I'm not meta,
Yes.
or trying
No,
not to meta.
that's not meta. I mean,
well,
like, especially as you're all police, so you are kind of meant to make those kind of links.
Yes, that's
But yeah.
I'm only supposed to point out things, and then the detective says it's elementary, and it's like really condescending.
But he's not here, so it's all fine.
It's okay. Which means I
But
can't
yeah,
think for myself.
it's a shame we didn't get Christian, but that was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. I like that a lot.
That was good.
That's fun. It's good to get back. Hopefully, it won't be as long before we do the next one.
Let's try and do it in the summer.
We will. We'll try and get another. Hopefully, it's another one. Maybe, hopefully, 2 more before back to uni and all that stuff.
Goodbye, viewers.
Cool. Goodbye, viewers.
I'm
of
waving,
the
but you
future.
can't see.
Oh,
Um,
I'll wait
yeah.
for you.
Thank you, Tom.
Jazz hands.
And we finished the haunting as well, which is all good. So.
That was good. What's the next? Actually,
So the
I'll
next
ask.
one.
The truckening.
The trucking.
The trucking. The next one is I did have a name for it.
If it's a spoiler, then
No, because it's what you've been doing.
Longbridge is actually Corbett.
No, it's not that.
Jenkins is actually Cobbett.
No.
Jenkins was in a coma the whole time, and this is all a dream.
No, it's not that.
Chapter 2.
This is just made up by me now until other stuff arrives that I'm gonna use. So this kind of interim story. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you're watching in the future, or I eventually do to figure out what I'm meant to be doing. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.